We're here in the Adam and Eve story. Hi kids, how is everybody doing today? I hope I love y'all. Y'all know Pastor on the back forever and always. This is Daddy's little diary. And I was just talking to my first oldest 3, y'all mama, my other 2 and my other 3, y'all stepmama, or other mama, if you will. I ain't gonna call it stepmama or anything like that. It's y'all other mama, because y'all mamas are always y'all mamas and y'all can always have another. Y'all can have more than one. Y'all can have more than 2 technically. 4. Yeah. Okay. Back to it. Adam and Eve. Eve fucked up, but she didn't fuck up. The biggest fuck up with Eve that she didn't realize nobody else realized was everybody thought, oh well, it was because she ate off the apple, that's what ruined the world, and that's what this, that, and the third. I say, yes and no. I'll tell you why yes and no. Because once they did what they did, what really entered the world was sin technically, but it entered them. But imagine the first 2 beings, right? Into that. They didn't know no better, they didn't know no worse, apparently, right? What do they have to teach?
Nothing but a lot.
Just what they know. And that's what they're passing off to the world. Over and over again. No dilution. Because honestly and truthfully, this is the worst game of telephone that you can play. You're playing the game of telephone with a person that had the word, didn't even know the word. Just imagine like this. Imagine, okay, I'm going to show you how this works. This is the telephone game where kindergartners, right? You wrote ambidextrous on shit. And then handed it to a kindergartner. And said, tell that word to the next one. Appalachus. What? And I'm an adult, so you can already get better. Kids wouldn't even be able to pronounce that, so he wouldn't know what to say. He would just say whatever motherfucking he could spell out and sprawl out, and then they would pass that note.
So he would just say what he knows, and they would pass the version that they think
that
they
kid
got,
never knew the word was
never the actual version.
In the beginning. What did he pass on? Just one. That's what happened with Adam and Eve.
Mandela effect.
And the Mandela effect happened in the worst way because unfortunately they were the Mandela in the whole effect. Because now we have to raise y'all on a crack deal, basically.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they ate off the tree, got kicked out the garden, and all that shit. First off, you got kicked out, got your own home and all that sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you was just living in luxury, and you got kicked out of luxury, had to go live in the wilderness, basically, go live in the slums and all that shit. They've been doing that since the beginning of the world. And you went from high rises to literally make your own high rise. Go back to making tents and the huts and all that stuff. You started here, you ain't worry about no tents and the huts. And you decide to fuck up, don't worry about the tents and the huts. That's how the world started for all of us, apparently. The first apparent 2 people had to go, came from good ways to having to make their ways. So guess how they raised their children? Good ways to not make your ways. I'm sending you on out. Same shit. Carry the cycle over and over and over again.
Keep pushing it on. The generation.
Worst game of goddamn motherfucking telephone that you could play. Because the action that you're motherfucking regurgitating out were only meant for you. It should stop this year. You fucked up, stop it the fuck up. You got punished. Now, they started adhering that punishment to everybody else after that. And everybody else just started adhering to that. Because what happened was, y'all are the original, we're not. We're punished. What they meant was, they're punished. But we are them until y'all came along. Now, we're punished. Became us. So, y'all punished. I ain't got no parts in that. I ain't get kicked out the garden. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Shit. But that was the problem.
But in reality, our punishment has still been their punishment.
Now I adhere to the Bible wholeheartedly and fully. What did he say? God said,
Serpent, this is yours. Woman, this is yours. And me,
no.
this is yours.
the seventh child of the forefather of the forefather of the forefather of the forefather. You will live by the sins of your forefathers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The forefathers before you and the forefathers before that and all this stuff. So guess what? Who's our forefathers from the beginning?
Adam and Eve.
And we're still living by that shit because guess what? We're just not reaching that generation where we can get up out of it.
It's just taking it a little longer than most.
It took the right amount of time. It wasn't a little longer than most. You see, what happened was the first generation had to come. Then the second generation had to come. And each generation didn't get smaller. No, it got bigger. See, this is why people can't think about the world like they should. When you started out with two, those two did what? Cain and Abel. They had two. Those two end up doing what, apparently? Having more. Those more.
One had more. One out of Cain and Abel had more.
And what happened with that? Because they also had more. So what happened with that? And they brought more. And in those more that happened, guess what? You didn't get less from more, no, you got more from more. Technically, one, you started with Adam. If you go with the real Bible, one brought the two. Two brought the motherfucking four. Four went and brought to the rest of it. Mm-hmm. And y'all keep thinking that the world is going to get smaller. I said you couldn't call the world even if you tried. How would you? How could you call the world? Like, I'm trying to explain to people. Like, if you wanted to call the world, you should have did that at the beginning. And what I mean by that is basically how China did. If somebody really wanted to call the world, they got to go all the way back to the beginning of the time and do just like China. Everybody get one child, and if you have one extra, take that one and throw them off the Mount Carcass.
One child, wow.
Don't worry about that. They even did that in 300 and shit like that. They was throwing the kids off there, because at the end of the day, like I said, that's how you call. I'm showing you realistic shit. That's how you call that shit. But letting it go, you'll never be able to stop it. Even when they tried to stop it that way, guess what happened? People started hiding their children. People started doing this. Because guess what? You're not going to take what's mine. I'm not going to have to choose what choices they're to make. And that's what people don't seem to understand. When you have this, that, and the third, and all these extra things and it rolled around, that's why I even talk to you about all the stuff that happened. This shit, the first person that built the house wasn't thinking that today people would literally have to live with it or can't live without it. No, and in a way, yes. Because his first thought process was, I need something to protect me from these shelters because I can't live in this. And what can I not live without? Now, and like I said, his words did become into the real world, sure. Mm-hmm. Now people can't live with it and they can't live without it either. You can live with a house, sure.
But you can't live without it too.
You can.
Yes.
How much can you live without a house?
Very much.
Then they call you homeless. Then they call you this. Then they say this. Like I said,
they don't call tribes homeless, and they don't live.
Those are called nomadic tribes. You can be a nomad. That's the difference. They gave those even extravagant names just to say, well, then you're not homeless. You're just a nomad. You're a person that goes from place to place, and you don't let nothing anchor you down. But the moment that you just decided to stay where you was at, and that you became a vagrant. And vagrancy, you can look this up, is illegal. I swear to God, it's an actual charge. You get charged for vagrancy. And they'll be like, what's vagrancy? I don't have an actual home with place to call my own, and I'm not that nomadic person, so yes, I am a vagrant. And yes, you can go to jail for that shit. Yeah, that's the actual rule.
So you can go to jail for being homeless?
Yeah. What did you think?
But how is it your fault that you're homeless?
Mama, because they say you wasn't being a good member of society. That's how the world works now. If you don't decide,
how if you're like a veteran or somebody who's lost a limb?
Mama, again, does that matter to people like that? You know what they do? They give them vet checks and say you live off that, even though it's not enough. I fought for my country.
What if I don't get accepted? Like, most vets don't always get accepted.
Again, that's why I say it's not enough. You think it's not enough because of the money? No, it's not enough because every single person that fought for their country, no matter if you got injured or not, should get one of those checks. These is when you say that the petitions that you want to this, that, that, I say these are the petitions that I'm already putting down on my motherfucking list to be changed. While you claiming you got this, I say I've already made my list. Every person that literally signs up and goes through, and even motherfucking gets to even in the first one you call it, the second one you went to the military and went through here, did this, did that. You deserve them damn shit. Shit, bitch, if you came out of ROTC, you deserve your damn check. Nah, dead ass serious. They train you from ROTC. Let me explain something to you. If you make it through ROTC, you go into that motherfucker with goddamn rank.
That's what Woody did.
So the motherfucker, if I can go through this bitch and get rank, I should get paid for the rank that I got going through ROTC. I deserve my damn check. I don't have to go to military. I just went through ROTC and I realized I ain't one for doing this, but I did it. And yes, I'm supposed to take that next step, but my next step said, he's fighting for his country like I'm fighting for mine. When he shoot me, I'm going to ask him first off, did you have any grudge against? No. Apparently, my president had a grudge against your parent president, and now they sitting back in their White Houses, or his White House and his motherfucking whatchamacallit, and we out here doing this with each other, pew, 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 while they get to say, and we're going to send some more of those boys over there.
Why do you keep sending more?
Why not? We fighting for our country, right?
What happened to the ones you already sent?
Mama, oh, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. They're going to get veteran checks. Remember that. They can sign up for the vet cards and shit like that. That's the point. That's what I say. They know what they're sending them into, and they know what they're not getting when they get out. But guess what? They're going to convince you the whole time this is something you should do for your country and this, that, and third. I just say fuck the country and watch it still be. If they say fuck their country, right? The civilians say fuck their country.
Yeah.
Who got an army? And if we say fuck this country, who got an army? And then we just sit down and let them two fight it out. I want to watch him and him go box to box. Y'all get in the ring like Jake them did. And y'all fight this shit the fuck out. Nah. Put all y'all goddamn dictatorship ass motherfuckers in the same ring, and y'all go for y'all's, and the world gonna sit right here and we gonna watch.
And we gonna judge like that.
Ain't no fucking judging. Y'all beat each other asses senseless. Ain't no one-on-one. No, because they all need to be taken the fuck out. Because then guess what? We can all just be a regular world. Ain't no Germany, ain't no this, ain't no that. We all live on the same damn planet.
We do.
We all the ones that decided that we needed someone in charge of us. I say you the one in charge of you. Stop putting somebody else in charge of you. You be in charge of you. Because even when somebody else is in charge of you, all we do is complain about the motherfucking rules one person got to make. Look how we complain about Trump now. And if we wasn't complaining about Trump, the white people would definitely complain about Barack Obama. I'm just saying, shit. Everybody got some complaints to make. You gonna run, and then guess what? You're the one that put him in charge. Y'all didn't even realize how motherfucking important you was. I said, they really got to come to y'all and convince y'all, put me in office. All of us just sit back and say, fuck no, put yourself in office.
We're not voting this year.
Oh, ain't nobody voting this year. We all got them. Why? Vote for yourself. Fuck you. I don't even know you. I wasn't even raised by you. Mama, the rules that they make isn't even going to really affect us. We sure about it, but those rules get set really into stone in place when the other people that actually got to come live by it. Just like now. Before, weren't you 18 and then they changed that rule from 18 to 21 right when we got to 18? Every motherfucker that
I was pissed. I was getting it for a minute when I was 18, but when they changed the law, I had to wait till I turned 21.
We adhered to that rule. Then all of a sudden, up and out of nowhere, new rule, 21. Bing. I went to the store one day. I'm swiping. Here's my ID. Oh no, we can't take this. You gotta be 21. Bitch, what?
It was just 18.
Bro, you lying, bro. I just bought some in here like the other day. Stop playing with me, bro. Oh, no. It's the rules now. I went to sleep and woke up and the rules was changed. Okay. I realized the problem here. We're not paying attention good enough.
We're not.
No, we're not. Damn sure not. Rules get changed on your ass. And
think about this. I came out and there was no more pennies.
Mama, that's a good thing, to be honest.
But why are y'all taking change away?
So what? Because honestly,
you still need to think about it. They're trying to make everything digital.
So
that's
what?
bad.
So the fuck what?
Because what happens when everything digital shuts down?
You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I still got my bread crash. So I'm gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do. They barely gonna try to let digital shit come down. That's why they don't want to make EMPs and shit now. They could, but they know what they would fuck up the world. And that EMP is really just to send the motherfucker back into the goddamn Stone Ages for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck. I've already got my lesson. If you want the lesson in the plan, I'm gonna give it to you too. Simple. Learn how to cook. Learn how to do some type of skill that's going to be worth it when you need it. I mean, even if it's something to deal with metal, soldering, and all this extra shit, we won't have to worry about it. But this is for your kids, and kids like that. Because guess what? If they learn how to do something like that, they can always refurbish something. Even if it's left behind.
Or even with wood and stuff.
Anything, something like that. Give them a crafting class. Any of those motherfucking things will motherfucking save somebody's life. Pass that, man.
You were saying past the fact of the alien, the AI taking over and crash coursing us back into the Stone Age where there's no devices, no Wi-Fi,
AI ain't gonna take over.
no
AI already took over.
no none of that.
Y'all the only ones that don't realize AI already took over. What do you mean AI take over? First off, you let a robot ask you if you're a robot. Right. You let a robot ask you if you're a robot. And then you dumbasses go along and say, no, how the fuck are you asking me this damn question? I say, you let the robot ask you. I say, first off, either it's two problems here. And I tell you what two problems is.
What?
Somebody made a classified good enough robot to be able to trick the system. And they just put it in your face. Then we're trying to catch that one robot that we know is out here.
Shut up.
I'm just fucking saying.
But I think the robot they're trying to catch is the robot they put out there.
Let me ask you a real question.
Think about it. Wouldn't it be smart to literally, the thing that you're trying to so-called catch, you've already caught it because you're putting it out there.
No.
And
see,
you're having it be the thing that you're thinking
it's not about
is going to be catching the other one.
They created it. It's worse than that. No, it's worse than what you're thinking. You created it. You gave humans access to something that, truth be told, you could not hold back. Let me show you how much better the humans was. They said, bet. Say less. I might not want to do it. This is why they asking the simple question of, are you AI? Are you a robot? Because guess what? Somebody went in there and said, I can do exactly what Bill Gates did too. Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. And made a program that did everything they needed to do. And they didn't have to touch the computer no more. So somebody had to go back in there and say, let me make a program to make sure that I can trap this program up that's literally going around here being a robot around this shit. Because somebody created that too. And when y'all keep creating these things and adding it to where I say, bro, we'll always be the dumbest. AI has already technically won. Do you know why? They put it in every single person's hands. They put it right there and gave you a phone and said, everybody get one. Everybody get one. And every update the AI system that you claiming that you didn't want to think about. Say Siri this and Siri that. Where do you think it goes? Just go straight to the central hub.
And it just pings around.
Everybody in the goddamn world that got anything, any type of technology that literally they can motherfucking add something to, they have added it straight to that AI motherfucking system that we all so scared of in the motherfucking end. So you shouldn't be scared of it in the end, motherfucker. You made it from the beginning. Shit, basically AI created itself. You needed technology. You needed this. You needed that. I mean, y'all basically needed it just to be able to move the heavy shit when you couldn't even move heavy shit because you made shit too heavy for one. But because guess what? Nobody wanted to take their time moving a little bit of shit. So we can make these big motherfucking 10-pound bricks. And we'll use this goddamn scaffold to goddamn put it up. Or we'll make these little bitty 1-pound bricks. And we'll just have to move it 10 times. And so humans got that they felt like was smarter. But in a way, smart and dumb walked in the same sense. Yes, you can be smart and dumb. Because they said we're going to be smart by literally making our stuff easier for us. I said, but it was dumb because guess what? The people behind you only had it easy, so we never knew how to do the stuff that was so easy for us to apparently do.
Yeah.
So now you're motherfucking literally taking and weaning out all the things that you kind of need. That's why AI looks so much better than humans. Motherfucking watching about AI songs and this and that third. You're weaning out imagination. You're weaning out all these things. Why? First thing anybody could do. Before, they think it was bad before. When you could just go type in. Most people weren't trying to type in on that motherfucker. Now you can ask, hey, what's this? What's that? And then you just hear it and they gave you the information somebody just gave. I say, mama, most of that information you need to start figuring out for yourself. Go do it. Figure it out. Take your time. Because one day somebody gonna be able to go in there and make whatever information true and it's gonna stay true. And when you hear it, you just gonna assume, why would this be wrong, right? Because they already motherfucking fixed this stuff to not be the motherfucking wrong thing that's given to me. You know shit, what then? Listen to y'all. Somebody else didn't make a human error.
No, that's why I said like Like
everybody in this bitch ain't perfect, but somebody didn't make a human error.
No, think about it.
I say, and they created these goddamn motherfucking machines to be so perfect.
Think about it, like you said in The Mask when he was like, they love me, they truly love me. That was never ever said at a Oscar or Oscar. I'm on the same conversation you're on. Listen.
You're on the other conversation.
No, I'm not. I'm on the same conversation that you literally just having, baby. I really am.
I'm gonna tell you which conversation you're on.
Okay.
The Mandela Effect conversation.
Yes.
That's not the conversation we just had. But that was a part of the conversation from back then. That's what I said. You're catching up, but you had mixed up all this and then brought the Mandela Effect because that was the last thing that technically came out your mouth. And I hear you. I'm with you. I heard you. That's what I said. We're not having the same conversation for 10 seconds, baby. We're talking Mandela. I'm talking, hey, past Mandela.
No, that's what I mean.
That's
why I brought it up.
I will use your Mandela Effect and take
this.
it and push it past your past 10.
The reason why I say that is because with the AI. Think about it. What if AI sets out stuff? That's why I said with the reason why I brought up the Mandela Effect. Now I get it. Okay, thank you. I'm on the right track. Yes, I was right the first time. In better terms, you know how you said AI can push out anything and show us anything, and then years and years later, if we don't, like you said,
it's not AI.
Listen, I know. Listen, just listen. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out before you stop. Listen, like you said, with the people that made it easier for the people in the background, they made it easier by actually cutting the stone in half and making it easier for them to carry. But the people way in the back didn't know that. They thought it was already easy just because it already came like that, not knowing how hard it really was. I know, but listen.
Mama, I know we're having a conversation, right?
I know, but
this is not a dialogue. So let me reprogram you from what the programming
that you...
Hold up. Let me reprogram you from the programming that you already had. I'm listening. I haven't not listened. I said every single time I said something, we were having a conversation. Not a dialogue. Your peoples, your mama them, your teachers them, said they were the adults, and you had to put your hand up to talk. I said, well, let me reprogram the woman in front of me to show her that motherfucker ain't got to put your hand up to talk. Just talk sometimes. But before you motherfucking talk, remember that I can talk too.
So I know you can talk.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish. Like you say, listen. Finish.
So I just didn't want us cutting each other off.
Not again, we're having a conversation, right? Not a dialogue. Meaning that your lines wasn't scripted and neither was mine, baby. So at the end of the day, when I'm hearing something you got to say, I'm saying, shit, that motherfucker popped out my head too, and I got a motherfucking idea that sparked off yours. Y'all kill people all the time because, truth be told, they killed you before you even knew that you was living. Hold it. Write it down. You didn't hold it. You didn't write it down. That's where your short-term memory loss came from. Because the moment that you could have said something out loud and actually motherfucking said, no, they told you to hold it. Write it down. And you could have got a long-term memory, but you said, bitch, you kept talking. And I literally had to listen to you because if I did not listen to you, I would not be able to do this work right now. So I got to kind of let go everything in my head that I wanted to ask about that one specific question. And guess what? You done moved past it because you was already going here 10 different ways. And me bringing it back right now, what you call it? That's how it was when you talked about the Mandela Effect. But then you heard me talk, then I'm just like, Mom, you could have said that absolutely right here. But you waited for me to get all the way up here, then you said, well, I'm motherfucking, what you call that? I said, we're not at school. None of that. But let me adhere to you and say, I know what you're talking about. I know where you're going, but we was already here. And I had already got that. You can always finish. But if you get killed out of yourself, that's none of my rules and none of my regulations. You need to learn how to keep your own spark alive. Not expect somebody else to do it all the time, because guess what? It wasn't me that taught us this, it was our own parents. When you came running to them the first few times, yeah, that's cute. But after a certain time, when did you come get that shit out of my face? All you was trying to do was shut something. That wasn't from us, that was our own parents motherfucking running against us. So like I'm trying to explain to you, mama, you still gotta learn how to keep your own spark alive. It's a spark that I want to hear. But if you let it die, then honestly and truthfully, I don't need to hear that one because truth be told, it's already gone. You ain't got the same oomph behind it. All because of what? I talk. Think about that. How I'm supposed to feel?
It's not because
the same way you feel, because guess what? Apparently I made you be quiet. I said I didn't make you be quiet, but when you was yelling, listen. I said, but mama, but did I yell or do any of that? No, but to get your point across, you yelled, and I still was like, okay, well, mama, hold up. Me, I just said, and I just talked. But again, I'm not gonna be killed. I'm trying to keep you from dying.
So I know that, and I wasn't trying to kill you. All I was trying to get you to see is I was on a standpoint of knowing
You're
where I was
still
going.
on it.
Baby, I don't know where I'm going nowhere. That's the problem. I lose it. That's why when I tell you at times.
Okay, well then I
if
tell
I'm
you at times.
speaking
Hold
at
up,
the
are you ready
moment-
for the next part?
Yes.
You got a partner next to you who was already talking about the conversation and the whole thing and was listening the whole time. We were talking about the Mandela effect. And you were actually going to hear all of our conversation back to how you were talking about, come on baby, chase your own mind, period. This is a spark. Pull one of them neon rings. Mandela effect does.
Because like I told you with the AI.
Like I told you with the AI, but keep going.
No, I was trying to. Like I had said when you had said about the AI, how they can push something to be real that's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Like the situation with the people breaking down the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
The people behind them or ahead of them are like basically like later on in the years.
There you
like,
go. You said it right.
Who worked.
You said it right.
They didn't know.
But what did you say right? Don't keep going. Tell me what you said right first.
Later on in the years.
Because what did you say before?
I said behind them.
Behind them. And it technically is behind because technically they live first, so that is everything technically behind. But in behind for us versus them, our behind is behind. Their behind is technically forward. It's like your kids are behind you, but they're in front of you.
I see what you.
Yeah. Because technically in a linear thing, yes, you come first. But in a real life thing, you, boom, so who's in front? You stand your kid in front of you. And you stand their kid in front of them. And then you motherfucking look at that line. Who's at the end? God said what? The first will come last and the last will come first. So when you put yourself in that order, even Adam and Eve end up at the end. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Imagine, it was put in this Bible. I don't see how people don't adhere to that one part. Y'all be asking, I say, you want some fucked up conspiracy, non-conspiracy theory that you can, I'm not sure why Bible zealots ain't seen it, why this, that, and the third ain't seen it. I don't see why half of these people ain't seen it yet. You want to know what the motherfucking, I might lose half my crowd without even gaining nobody because I really ain't got nobody here. But do you want to know what I believe? Let me put it just like this. This right here is made out of? That pyramid. What? Illuminati. Do you want to know what it's made of? Who the original Illuminati characters is? The people in the Bible that lived for 700 and 800 and 900 years that literally had to stand behind all of us and still watch the world happen. They didn't die. They didn't motherfucking go nowhere. No, one man lived 900 something years. So he had 900 years to do the things that we couldn't. But then they had to watch their children die off. Still, while they lived forever and ever, it felt like, because guess what? Just like in the immortal things and this, that, and third, and the movies and shit like that, it couldn't go. But I still had to watch. Way on off. You see the vampire shit. Where he literally out, this is my, this and shit. 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, 700 years, 800 years, 900 years. I'll say they saw 18 generations. And the only reason I gave them 18 generations because even God said the generation became smaller and smaller and smaller as time went on. So maybe they lived 900 years when they first came. Next one lived almost to 9. Next one lived almost to 800 years. Next one, he lived almost. But now we're at the point where we're living almost to just 100 years. Almost. And then,
it's almost to 70.
Like I said, it's right there in that Bible nobody motherfucking adhere to. Say, bro, even the goddamn preachers and pastors and everybody else can't think about it like that. But anybody tell me I'm wrong, you be the one to say the Bible's a lie. Oh, them people had to go. Them people had to die. I say, actually, if you read that chronologicals and all that stuff, they're talking about how Adam had his son had that son, and then that son had his son.
Lived up to
And it's talking about
1,790 years old.
And it talks about how literally they all had these motherfuckers, and then
They were
still,
old.
and then talk about, and then you don't read how they actually talk about how these are the generations in the whatchamacallit of this.
And they kids
These
have
are
kids,
and these kids have kids,
and they all lived years
and
and years like their
all right
folks.
there side by side. That's why even God said, "I gotta do this because apparently I got y'all doing this with this, that, and third." Even the angels was coming down and having sex with the goddamn whatchamacallit.
Making
Nephilim and all that interesting.
Enoch.
Not just Enoch, Goliath.
Yeah.
Did y'all not know that Goliath was a half Nephilim?
He
Well,
was.
technically Nephilim, but
He
half.
was.
Okay, so Nephilim just means demigod.
Yeah.
The demigod is a demi-angel. Because guess
Angel mixed with human.
what? There's only one God, but a lot of people don't realize the biggest problem, angels still existed.
Angels were still a part of God. They were
More than just a part of God.
like they were literally still. They
No,
still had all their angelic.
No. See, that's
parts
the whole
about
point.
them.
More than just a part of God. They weren't a part of God. They were the ones that moved and made power happen in front of human beings who can't do nothing. And then he said, if you think that's my power, imagine God's. And then they would walk off. And then guess what? Because us human beings couldn't even fathom God, guess what we started doing? Worshipping the beings that we saw, say, imagine him.
I see.
And those became our goddamn gods. Those became our goddamn whatchamacallit. But even in that way, it was no good. Because that's what they said. Even told me. If you think this is something, imagine gods. Because he made me.
I can imagine the person that actually.
And then he made
it
you.
where I could do this.
Then he made me see you, know you, and you still don't know who the fuck he is. Let's talk about that. That's how imaginative God is. God said, I make one ignorant, and the other one don't even get to live in bliss. God don't play no games, nor no favorites, because what was a favorite to God? He said, I was making everything. I was doing it all. What the fuck a favorite look like to me? Everything is my favorite because when I made it, I liked it, I loved it, and I put it all into it. Why you think he got so hurt when motherfucking that nigga Satan said, nah, nigga, I ain't going down there and watching your kids? And nigga said, huh? You said, get your ass out of here. Kicked his ass right on up out of heaven. I said, you going down there and watching mine. Then when Satan came down there and just said, I told you.
That was like God coming to a friend and saying, hey, look what I just made. Don't you think this is so amazing? And the person looking at him like, no,
because,
it's not.
hold up, and you're absolutely
right. But God
right.
put all his effort into making us, like, he wanted to show Satan, like, hey, look,
Mama,
you are my right-hand man.
You're
look
absolutely
at this.
right. It wasn't about being his right-hand man. I take it back. I just said something wrong, and then I had to take that back again. Now, I could be wrong because I can't speak for God, but I can't speak for what we know. And all we know is, apparently, out of all the angels, Lucifer was his favorite.
He was.
So, when you, like you said, that's like coming to my favorite friend. My best friend. Best friend.
Showing them something that you're so happy and you know you're happy about.
Best friend, you won't believe what I just did, best friend. And you know what? Just so I know you won't believe it, and you will have to believe it, you're going to have to go down there and make sure these motherfuckers good. Oh, nigga, please. Best friend, I ain't asked all that. I said, best friend, my bullshit is your bullshit. I created them, best friend. Now you got to make sure they good, best friend. I ain't saying.
You know I still got to do my job up here.
Exactly. And who else to liaison and to off to other
than someone he could actually trust.
I feel like I could trust and feel like every one of these motherfuckers, I felt like I could give this job straight to you. Just you. Because I feel like you can do what you need to do. Hey, actually, though, I might go tell everybody some bullshit. Hey, God trying to make me go down here and watch these damn kids again. Hey, bro, this nigga bullshit. Man, he talking about go watch his goddamn. He can't watch his own kid. He won't even watch us. I'm just saying, he built us and told us that we was good. Now he's trying to send somebody else down there. I said, nigga, you was too busy building them. I'm mad as hell. When we wanted you to be right here with us, you was building them motherfuckers. Then as soon as you got done building them,
know that
you
God takes care of the universe, makes sure the natural disasters, the way of the earth,
know and understand that basically the angels
collide in all the dimensions.
Don't you understand something? God was the only one that could fathom his power. So even when he created the angels and stuff, they was like teenagers and kids. They came from kids to like teenagers, and yeah, they was teenagers that felt neglected because you just had another baby boy. You had exactly one baby boy, Adam. Exactly. You just had another baby boy, and you done goddamn motherfucking kicked the whole race to the curb because guess what? You literally halfway did that. You did and that what they didn't understand was, but just like anybody else.
But God loves us all.
Give me 2 seconds, mama. Give me 2 seconds. What they didn't understand was God had given them heaven. But it's almost like anybody being born in the same place, staying in the same place 24/7. When you made a whole new place, and it was not for us, it was for somebody else. Then when you told me I could go, it wasn't to go and be and all this stuff. It was to go and see and help them. And you put me to work. I didn't go to get the leisure time and chill out and relax. And the sun that you created and the moon that you was about to speak on. None of those things. You know what I got? Go work. Every time they make a mistake or anything like that, motherfucking correct it. Help them. And then, you know what happened to the devil? I wouldn't correct the mistakes. I tried to help. You know what they did? The devil made me do it. They started putting every blame on the devil. Fuck them. Because when I was trying to help you out of the mistake, you heard me telling you, you don't want to do this, do you? And you thinking, I could do this, couldn't I? I said, that ain't what I said.
Stop it. Stop it.
Pissing me the fuck off because that ain't what the fuck I said. Now apparently I'm giving people options that they never knew they could have. Ooh, what did this metal do? It could make weapons, or it could make peace weapons instead. I said peace next, but you said weapons first.
Chavez.
That was the problem. Because even in the devil doing what he did and knowing what he knew,
almost like Ares, the god of what they say was the god of war. He would whisper stuff, but the way he would whisper, he would give you both options, a good and a bad, but he would let you choose which option you would pick. He never actually made the humans choose anything or pick anything.
That's the problem.
He would just give them an option.
That's not the job God gave.
He'd be like, hey, you can do A or you can do B.
But see, that's the point.
It's your choice. And
look at that. Look at that.
Like, he would literally do shit like that.
Look at that, first off. You can do A, you can do B. No. That's when you come smack that motherfucker. Get your ass down. It's not A or B. Here's what you do. Walk right back in, excuse me. You can do A. Now, just like the ghost of Christmas past, Christmas future, and motherfucking present, we're going to take the present and we're going to take you to the past and to the future and show you how the fuck that's going to work. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Then you take them down the other motherfucking path. Then you take them down the path where they didn't even have no choices and show them that too. Because technically it was 3 choices. One choice was to be ignorance and bliss. The thing that they took away from all of us apparently when we had choices to make. Even your mama done. Let me explain something to you. I will forever go back to this story because it's simple. Woman called me. Mind you, like I said, my baby was just over here. Baby wasn't even able to walk. I remember when she called me, it was like, oh my God, she's walking around. I was like, great. Oh my God, that's amazing. Yay, she's walking. Maybe 2-3 weeks later, I get another call. Shipping call. Oh my God, this baby's doing so much. Now that she done start walking, she done start getting everything. I'm like, hold up, mama, what's wrong? Just talk to me in 2 seconds. Just give me, calm down, relax. Where's the baby at? She said, oh, I put her on the bed. I said, okay, well, she's on the bed, so you can relax. Whatever she was doing, it can't be that bad. Yes, it was. So this is how she breaks it down to me. It had to be that bad because she was like, the baby got up and she started running around the house. She was telling the baby, stop running around the house. Mind you, this woman is mute. But again, that has nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she can see and all this extra shit too. So she like, stop running around the house. You know what I'm saying? So she tried to go get the baby and this and third. So apparently, this is why I'm laughing because it said, girl, that baby is 2 feet tall, not even that. And little legs can only go so fast. You better move yours a little
Chavez, stop it. You don't understand. Babies move fast.
As fuck. Because your energy isn't ready for the match theirs, but you need to go ahead and match that. You got baby. You need to have baby energy.
Boy.
But here's what happened. She watched the baby, and apparently the baby went into the hamper. Like imagine one of the kids getting into this hamper and start doing this.
Yeah.
And that's all what she was doing. So she got irritated because guess what? Apparently the baby just threw all the clothes on the ground and this and third. So I tell her straight up. I'm like, first off, mama. Now here's my thought process versus her thought process. Her thought process was, oh my God, this baby is messing up the house. Da, da, da. My thought process was, mama, that baby ain't messing up the house. 3 weeks ago, she didn't know how to walk. When she finally learned how to walk, everything that she might want to get to, see, and know, she can now get to, see, and know. It wasn't about, ooh, what's that? And I just got to move my head to look. It's now, ooh, what's that? I'm over there and looking. And that's the point. That's how kids are. It's like, I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm there. All these things are new, and I can use these things to get there. That's crazy. I didn't even know how these things could do that. And that's a baby's brain. Running around, understanding its body, this, that, and third. You're the parent, like, oh my God, da, da, da. Like I told her, I said, first off, that baby wasn't thinking like that. I said, maybe she was just like, ooh, what's this? Okay. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Ooh, what's this? Okay. And she had a
She
whole
hadn't found
hamper.
the one that had just caught her eye just yet.
And she had a whole hamper to go through. To say, ooh, what's this? New things, curiosities, and all that. And I said, Mama, if you would have just did her like this, walk over there instead of yelling and doing all that shit. Right, maybe here. Now, ooh, what's this on back into that goddamn hamper?
Shut it!
Into that goddamn hamper. And ooh, what's this back into that goddamn hamper now? When you motherfucking decide you want to mess up some shit, you going to put the shit right there.
Chavez!
You teach them from a young age. You don't start after they're old enough to already know, well, Mama, I ain't been cleaning up and that's been your job. Exactly. Teach them from a young age. Don't start when it's motherfucking too late. Because at that time, y'all never motherfucking clean up the kitchen. This, that, and third. They ain't been cleaning up the kitchen for 5 years. They was only 5 years old though. Why would they be cleaning? I said because truth be told, you let them stand in the way of 5 years. We know it takes 21 days to make a habit. How many days plus did you give them to keep the habit, never break it, and just say, I'm a habit even if I don't want it?
Stop.
Oh fuck.
Stop.
I'm being dead as shit.
I
But
know.
certain shit you can teach your child without saying, oh, why you got your child washing dishes? Fuck your child, labor laws, bitch. My child is gonna be working anyway. Shit.
Because they need to know at least how to clean up behind themselves.
Exactly. That's why I say fuck your child labor laws, because this right here ain't about like I need to come in here. That's why you think they come up with something, clean up, everybody clean up. Because at the end of the day, those are the simple things you can be teaching your child at a young age. You already know what they're gonna be trying to get your child to do. If you're gonna have songs and you're gonna be listening to songs in the car while your child in the car, you need to be listening to 1, 2, 3s and ABCs. You don't need to be listening to all that other stuff and wondering why your daughter grew up and she's shaking ass and doing the best things and making it fast. It's that. You don't need to ask the questions.
Stuff it.
I didn't teach you none of this. No, but goddamn Cardi B and Sexy Red and the rest of these bitches too, Lotto. Oh yeah, all them hoes was definitely teaching that baby something. Because when y'all was TikToking and doing all this stuff, your baby was right there dancing. Y'all just thought it was so cute. I said, you didn't realize she was dancing the rhythm, dancing the beat, and maybe the words too.
She was actually listening to it.
Oh. Shit, you want a child to learn something, put rhythm on, put melody on, and get them to motherfucking understand that. Why you think they can sing their ABCs and all that? They'll start singing before they do a lot of other things.
They do.
Like I said, you should be doing these things for your child the moment that you adhere to the fact that my child is comprehensive, and that was the moment they fell out your pussy. Your child has been comprehensive from the moment they fell out your pussy. You just wasn't comprehending what the fuck they can comprehend. That's not our fault nor your child. That's yours. It's not even yours technically, but now that you know, hard shit won't make you shy. I'm being dead ass serious.
I know you.
Mama, if you now know that, hey, look, my child is that comprehensive. My child do know, but let me explain something to you. Did your mama them have to teach you how to act? Or was they really having to teach you just how to use your body? The actions and all that extra shit came with your regular life. I ain't gonna flex to you. They didn't have to give you your personality. You just had to let that personality shine through whatever they was trying to motherfucking put inside you. Yeah. Every single time you got an ass whooping and you know you had just did something that was of you. How much fair was that? I only know these things because guess what? I whooped my daughter. And I've been out without my kids ever since. But in those lessons, I learned these. I just can't adhere and pass them lessons back off to where I'm at. That sucks, but it's okay, I guess. I wanted to say it was okay first, but then I said, nah, that sucks. But it's okay though. Because I did get these lessons and shit like that. It is what it is. It's a sad trade-off, but it's a great trade-off in the long run, because maybe if somebody adhered And realize, motherfucker, you don't got these kids ain't to talk like that. How many parents you see talk like that? Got them.
Really.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault either, because when you're going through the first child you had, you didn't know how bad it was going because it wasn't bad. It was more like we were halfway taught to be selfish without being selfish because we only think about ourselves. And the moment you had a child, you had everything in the world to think about other than you. And that was something so amazing, something that you could always adhere to. Shit, you adhere to that more than you did your relationship. You thought about too when you had a relationship. So you had a child. Women understood that. Men barely understand it. Some do, some don't. Because guess what? Before he knew it, she was loving that baby more than she loved you, dog. And you better be prepared for that ride, because you're going to have to win that love back, earn that love back, and get it back without knowing you lost it. Because when she see you and she see this, guess what? Now she can understand the difference. Something he can't even understand because he thinking, she still love me. Yes, she do. But she had just learned out a whole different type of love real quick, my boy. And if you don't understand that in 2 seconds, y'all love is going to wane, dwindle, and motherfucking slowly hit the road. If you do wrong. But if you do right, you'll get it back before you even know you lost it. Be that man that's motherfucking sitting right there with your baby and she got to watch it and she just now she has no choice but to love the one object in front of her, because while you're holding her, that baby, she loves y'all. And then she learns how to motherfucking balance that type of love and be able to put it right there where it needs to go with y'all, with the family. But unfortunately for women, sometimes it's not always the same. And shit, you have to adhere to certain things before we have to adhere to them and still can't adhere to them. Let's talk about their periods and shit. But I digress. Only because, truth be told, I'm just a man. What the fuck do I know about their periods? I tell Harriet exactly what to say and then she'll know. I'll tell y'all what I told her to say and she'll just tell you. And he did tell me to say this shit, but he definitely right. It kind of had to come out of a woman's mouth. I mean, technically, because I tried to say it 1,000 times. The bitches just ain't gonna hear me. You don't know nothing about no damn periods. I say, neither do y'all. Let me put it like this. What the fuck do you know about a period other than it hurts, you cramp, and you bleed? And sure, you getting rid of all this stuff. But like I even told her, I say, if somebody adhered to me, have sex one time and see how that might knock your period off. Because guess what? She didn't get pregnant. You might be going good. Get that, shut a motherfucking whatchamacallit, then that shit don't happen. My period might not. And like I said, these things should be studied. Not just somebody guesstimating for their bodies and this, that, and third. If somebody gonna have to guesstimate for their body and this, that, and third,
you should be studying all.
that's why men can never be mad. I don't see why a man can't seem to understand. Nigga, you can't be mad. Y'all didn't make no rules for the periods. They ain't got no rules. And women gonna tell you stuff. Why should we have rules? I say there should be some type of rules. It's not about having periods and this, that, and third. You need to understand. That's what the rules will come in. But y'all had to play by y'all own. One day you woke up and you're not sure if your head hurt, if your body hurt, or this, that, and that, if it's me being sick, or if it's this, that, and that, and you just had to adhere it to where you had to adhere it to. Then postpartum came into some of these women's lives, and they had to realize that they could tell me, man, I didn't know the difference between my period now. I might not have known the difference between my period then, because it was just period. And everything else wasn't the same as this one thing that was happening in the body. Even having that baby, that was another thing. Plus, if he caught postpartum and everything like that. And really, every woman catches postpartum. They just don't think they do. I'll tell you what postpartum technically is. It's the loss of the thing that you understood before you even understood what you understood. That baby didn't have to tell you anything, you just knew. Oh, hungry, oh, this, that, and third. But the moment that baby had to communicate to you and that baby couldn't say nothing except for cry, all understanding went out the window. That is unconscious depression. Same thing as postpartum depression, unconscious. Until you understand what it is, because it's a loss of something inside of you that you never really understood what you had. You had 9 months to gain it, grow it, do all this stuff, enjoy it without enjoying it, because by the time you enjoyed it, it was too gone, it was too late, and now you gotta enjoy it in the real world right there. You complained about it when you first started, but then by the time it was like 9 months in, I've been pregnant for 9 months, and I don't want to technically lose this. Because damn, I'm about to drop something so precious, but I grew with this motherfucker 9 months. You think I don't know what to say? I don't see how it's the real facts truth about anybody, anything. But that's what I want my unity community and postpartum and all that extra shit to be about. Teaching everybody about the things that could be happening in any situation. Y'all don't understand the reason why all these quote-unquote, they be like, oh man, girls, it's the black people that's not together. Shit, well, let's talk about it. Y'all barely teach them to stay in a relationship. I don't give a fuck what happens to Jane and John in their relationship. Jane can slap John and John can slap Jane right back. As long as it happened in that house behind whatchamacallit, nobody know about that shit. Now, on the opposite side, with us, slap somebody and tell them who ain't knowing. The whole neighborhood is knowing because everybody yelling in this bitch. We screaming before anybody got slapped, and by the time somebody got slapped, it's and we still screaming because somebody run down the street. Oh my fucking God, he just put his goddamn put his hands on me, bitch. Goddamn, calm down, relax. But that's the problem. When you don't realize something, the biggest issue is, mama, they taught us to split apart. They said to death do us part, but the moment anything goes bad, even one thing, split apart. And that's what we did. Oh, it's not perfect. But then they told you everything was perfect.
But nothing's not perfect.
It's not about not being perfect or anything like that. What did anybody tell you? Anybody that made it through? They said it's what you do when you go through the bad situations.
I know.
Everybody can have a great situation. Everybody can have a perfect situation. But what do you do when you go through the bad one? Do you give up? Do you let go? Do you keep going? Do you decide to say that this is just a bad situation and we don't get to the better?
But why do you think they actually say in wedding vows, I'm going to stick with you through better or worse?
Mama,
meaning,
wedding vows are
until
bullshit.
it's death.
Wedding vows
saying,
let
like,
me explain something.
that's basically a commitment of you actually keeping your
Mama,
word,
that's
of you
bullshit.
actually making a promise and you keeping
Mama,
it.
that's bullshit. What the fuck they got to do with it? Let me explain something to you. They fucked up wedding vows when they made divorce a thing.
They did.
They fucked up wedding vows when they made something where you could say, oh, to death do his part, but there's another option. You ain't got keys. Here's another option.
You ain't got a what?
Keisha, because truth be told, it's
Why would
to
I
death.
kill myself?
That's the point. That's what everybody realized. When you made that goddamn thing and said to death do his part, then somebody realized, woke up one day and said, I'm tired of this marriage, but I ain't dying. I'm tired of this marriage, but I ain't dying, bitch. Somebody got to die. It ain't gonna be me. And that's on kids. Somebody woke up that first time and said, somebody lied about my goddamn marriage counselor. Because they said to death do his part. Listen, I'm only 23. Some people got married that young.
Yeah.
Some people still made it to 50 and seen how other people that was 23 said I gotta make it to 50 and they still going. And then some people made it to 80 and I still gotta love this motherfucker right now. Somebody gotta give. Something gotta give.
Stop.
And they be in that time. Something gotta go.
Stop it.
Like, you said something. I said something. Did you hear me say something? Oh, I thought you wanted to start a problem. I'm ready for a problem. Everything's like an issue to me. Because that's the problem when somebody's so ready to leave, everything is problem. It don't matter what happened, what's said, everything. Because ain't that what they use when, especially, I listen to so many divorces and through. Everything from the moment she was unhappy. But she said, I sat there for 5 years with you unhappy. I said, and that's why I was unhappy for 5 years, you stupid bitch. You knew you was unhappy 5 years ago. When you said, I'm going to drag you through 5 years of my unhappiness. I said, that's your unhappiness, not my unhappiness. It got nothing to do with me. And then you woke up next to me, and I see why you was pissed off. You know how easy it is to wake up next to somebody? You don't know I'm pissed off? Huh? You can't tell I'm pissed off. And you over here happy. 5 years.
Chavez, stop.
Happy. Happy for 5 motherfucking years and didn't understand my mother. I won't trial and judge. I say, bitch, I swear to God, I wish the lawyer or the judge would bang that gavel. Sure. And I tell him, now I want my retribution.
Chavez.
No. Nah. I want restitution too. My restitution is she was unhappy. And she drugged me through a relationship where she was like, I don't even want to be in it, but I'm going to stick right here. Why? Like I tell her all the time, I say, I technically don't got a choice, so I can yell this motherfucking shit. And when they be like, well, we're going to use that against you in the court of law, I say, use it. It's my house.
Stop it.
I left my house and couldn't even get happiness. Shit, use it. I'm like, you stayed there with her? I say, no, she stayed there with me.
Fuck you.
I didn't stay with her.
I didn't say I wasn't happy or I wasn't trying to actually.
No, I'm the one that technically is the attitude mad bitch that ain't happy about the relationship. And you know what? Still parents sticking around for the relationship. That's what I'm trying to show people. Yeah, on the other opposite side of the fence, you got the girls that do it and get good money behind it. I tried to still be with that man. No matter what, I tried. Now it's my turn. I tried to be with that bitch, but no matter what, I tried. And here we are. Still not happy. 5 years later. You can look at me like you want to. Shit. Being realistic. and honest.
Fuck you.
Shouldn't the person that's not the happiest should be the one that have to be able to say,
Shut up.
why should I sue you? Should I? Okay, so guess what? Now, okay, shut up. Back to y'all rules. I should be able to sue you.
For what?
My unhappiness, all the things that y'all sue for when y'all decide to leave a relationship. He didn't make me happy. He didn't do this.
Who is y'all?
Women. Sorry, baby, because
But
most men don't get paid from a divorce. Mama, are you still not? When I say most of y'all, I'm only looking at a woman right now. I'm not looking at this. That's when you decide you want to be a nigga and shit. That's when I say, well, then hey, this nigga. When people say I'm
not saying I want to be a nigga.
Okay.
All I'm just saying is I'm not a part of those women because I've never gotten a divorce. So you cannot put me in a circle that does not apply to me.
You know, we did get a divorce, but we just couldn't divorce because in the God's eyes, He can't take them kids away, and He already has. Because you said, if I gotta take them away, I just gotta take them away like this. I can't take them out this world. I'm not gonna do that. It's not what God gonna do. You see, y'all decided to do something that God said He wasn't gonna do. Y'all said, I'm taking away free will. That child don't have free will when y'all decide to abort it. So who decided to say that God's word don't matter, free will ain't shit? Because people be like, but it's my free will to motherfucking have this child. I said, isn't that your child's free will to live? Unfortunately, right? Because they go against each other and shit, but I lost my free will. I said, you don't lose your free will technically. It's just somebody stole your free will when they didn't tell you exactly what sex led to. They say sex lead, this is that, third. I say, well, you should have just really told us. No, actually, you should have just motherfucking said this. Sex feels great. Sex feels great. But that's not the problem with sex. Because that is the actual addiction to sex. Because when you're having it, you can feel amazing with just about anybody, especially when it's your first time doing it and this, that, you don't even know how to feel. And let's just be honest. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys, I gotta put this one out here. My boys, I'm so sorry, fellas. Sex, 9 times out of 10, kind of only feels good for the guy, especially if the first time, especially if the girl's with him and is losing her virginity. He's doing something that is causing actual but he doesn't know. Technically, she doesn't even know. And that's where y'all get the words hurt so good. Every woman goes through it. When you get your hymen broke, and if it's done the right way or the wrong way, you still end up going through that motherfucking point till it hurts so good because it became to a point where it felt good. And that was sex. A little bit of pain with a little bit of pleasure. And y'all just had to adhere to it. Or, you got some women who adhere to the person, but unfortunately, that's like the worst type of person to adhere to if y'all don't stay with them, unfortunately. And even if you did, you got to stay with them for the rest of your life. Imagine hearing somebody who knows what they're doing. You got to go back out there in the world with other people who technically don't know shit, don't know what they're doing, and definitely don't even know you. Because guess what? Somebody else learned you. And what I mean by learned you, they taught you everything that you might like because they showed you everything that they already know. They said, you go like this if I do it like this, you go like this if I do it like this. But let me show you what can happen here because these are the things that I already know to do. It was only until somebody else came upon your life and started giving you something else that didn't happen with nobody else, and you're just like, that is a new moment in sex that I ain't never felt. Now you take the rate. But that's the biggest problem. Some niggas don't even know what ring they fighting for. I said the biggest ring you gotta fight for, my boy, is making sure that you put all the new moves on her before anybody else do. And you do it correctly. And technically you let nobody else do it. And if somebody else do it, they gotta do it so horribly that she come back to you. Because she know that she was the one did it right. Am I wrong?
You're on a level, but also it's not only about doing the moves right or wrong. It's about the mental connection too. Like,
Mama,
can I
hold on, no.
Can I like having a conversation
Mama,
with you?
Nah, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna tell you why you don't gotta worry about that.
Why?
Imagine you talking to somebody that comes before you. You had the conversation with the person, especially when you was a virgin. The only reason you decide to give your virginity up 9 times out of 10, except for the ones that got taken from, unfortunately. And I understand, truthfully, whenever you get taken from, you're a virgin in that moment. I don't care if you wasn't a virgin. When somebody took something from you and you weren't ready to give it up, mama, that's ripping you open without even breaking a hymen. I'm not ready. I'm not anything. That's man, woman, anything like that. And that's why they say anybody can get raped. That's the biggest issue. Because your body isn't even relaxed enough already in that moment, state enough to say that this is what I want.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest problem with that. That is a whole different, that's why they have the thing that they have, and you can't really just say, because yeah, you're gonna know if your body was actually ready or wasn't. That's why even with babies today, so we're gonna see if this is here or this is here.
To see if you can actually be ready to push out the baby instead of you not being able to push and then you ripping and not only hurting yourself, but ultimately hurting your
in some
child
moments, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I gotta hear both sides. Man did not know. And please, world, whenever you hear this, I don't give a fuck when you hear this. Do not take my words for anything because listen, this world quick to run with some shit. Whenever they hear. Man, not all men. Man did not know when he might cause you for discomfort or this kind of thing. It changed the whole trajectory of the situation. And stop literally became stop. Like nothing. Problematic is you have to be the person, unfortunately, you, not even the person that's doing it. The person that is having the action done upon them now has to be the person to say no to the point where it's like I'm trying to get you back out of that self that you're in because you're already there. I'm in this action, this is the action I'm about to perform. Not necessarily paying attention to everything else, but that's the issue. Now, the person that's having the action done to them has to really fight a whole goddamn point in themselves. Fear, this, stop, wait, all these things, just to maybe try to stop this whole action from happening in the wrong direction.
Make sure you can actually go the right way instead of going the wrong way.
Yes. But that's why I'm talking to adults and pre-adults and all these motherfuckers because this way it's your kids you got to say. So it's your kids you got to talk to like this. It's the real version of abuse. That's why I say that's the adherence to sex is dangerous but feel good. Problematic is who's it feeling good for at the point in time. What's really happening? And unfortunately, I have yet to see a parent high-five their child, especially when the first person you might high-five your child if they're grown. Way grown.
But you're not going to do
it. But you're not. But guess what? Now you have taken this safe space. You'll never know your child went and did this thing and that just changed their entire fucking life. If you don't give them a safe space to be able to open up and say, Mom, Dad,
that you can actually talk to them about it.
I did something. And you have to be the person to sit right there and say, what you do? I had sex. Don't go through every bad thing in your mind. No. First thing you should do, step back 10 seconds and say, my child just told me they had sex. And not in a bad way either. Not in my fucking child just told me they fucking had sex. Fuck this. No. Step back in the correct way. My child just told me they had sex. You didn't have to tell me that. I don't even think I told my mama that when I first had sex.
No.
My child, you just made a very much more executive decision than I could have made and did make in my life. I'm fucking with you. Now that was the friend part of me. Bitch, what you mean you had sex?
Chavez.
With who?
Chavez.
Where? How? Nah. Because apparently you wasn't in this house. You couldn't have, it was you in this house doing, because then that's where the other parent comes up. But you have to give them both. Then you always have to get back to it because you have to let them live with one and the other at the same time. Because if you give them too much of the next aggression, guess what? It's stuck in the aggression mode. And they be like, because guess what? It is something you'll be mad about.
Yeah.
Any point in time, bitch, I still feel like you're too long. I don't give a fuck if you're 21. You stay a virgin till you're 21. You stay a virgin till you die. Shit, God says you're going to make it to heaven. Just saying. I had y'all. I'm not sure.
Chavez, stop it.
What? Everybody that can say they had kids before marriage? And luckily, God said your marriage was in the bond that I gave you to have that child. Shit, I saved your bitch asses. I had to get married. I'm dead ass serious. God, world is fathomable. Y'all the only ones that make it unfathomable. I say, God is a God that is simple. Why? Because he made it simple. He said, I made it exactly as it was. Exactly as it is. Y'all the only ones that take y'all eyes and go and see different shit than what it should be. It should be so weird. We're like, God, yeah, people like, nobody can fathom God's word. I said, yes, you can. You put it in the book, you put it in you, you put it in the world around you, you put it in the past, the future, the present, you put it everywhere. You can't fathom his words. Nigga said, let there be light, the sun existed. Just saying, it was simple. He was as simple as God. He said, I'll do this, do that. On the seventh day, I'm resting. Came back, shit happened. That's what happened. Y'all don't even realize. Everybody don't understand. See, he made this, made that, made man, did that, and then rested. And after he came rested, he walked back into the garden, talking to Eve. What the fuck is you hiding from me? Where the fuck is your ass going? Where you at?
He did.
Bring your ass out here. What the fuck is going on?
He didn't curse him.
Yeah, baby. Let me explain something to you. God didn't have to curse. He went up there and said, yes, and his cursing wasn't our cursing. You say, what the fuck? He said, first off, you walking on your belly. Second off, every single time you have a child, it's going to hurt. It's going to actually hurt you the worst way. Third off, bitch, since you didn't motherfucking want to listen to him, you going to listen to your nigga. And if you don't, it's going to fuck your life up. And motherfucker, since you wanted to listen to this bitch, motherfucker, watch this. Everybody get the fuck out. Either that shit that I say, everybody get the fuck off. That's how God walked back into that bitch. He didn't give no fucks. He said, I'm not having it. Tell me what happened. And then they all started pointing at each other like some goddamn kids. Everybody, but it was her. It was the snake. The snake couldn't look at nobody. He said, shit. I'm the snake. So you the snake. You like them legs?
Took.
That's exactly what God said. On your belly. Your belly gonna hurt you. Nope. You want to eat some tree, your belly gonna hurt you. It's gonna fuck you up.
Chubhead.
This whole situation is just gonna fuck you up, my buddy.
Chubhead.
Not gonna lie to you. You ain't gonna
Chubhead.
get no L's out of this. You gonna have to work with the ground. You gonna have to eat your own shit. It still ain't gonna motherfucking what you call it. You gotta have to work by the sweat of your. You gonna hate this shit. I gave you everything for free. Bye.
Chubhead.
Tell out. Just to make sure you can't come back. Hey, put a cherubim around this motherfucker. Nah, put a whole flaming chair. Go. I want to go in east to west, west to north to south, every single way. I don't want another motherfucker in this bitch. I'm going to sit the fuck down. Y'all handle this shit. Then he left. And he said, all right. The motherfuckers don't look like they handle it too well. Hey, I'm about to send my son on down there. Y'all better treat him right. Then what y'all motherfuckers do? I crucified his ass and sent him back to God.
You know, well, that was after Noah, after Moses.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He said, I looked at the path. He said, none of you bitches is doing. Let me go down here and got that. Him sent his own son. His son came down here. He said, I'm gonna live a perfect life.
No, this is what, no. This is what Jesus did. What you doing back so fast?
Nah, it wasn't even about what you doing back so fast. No, it wasn't even about what you doing back so fast. It's more like this. God put his son down here, and then he had to watch a movie. And it was the most tragic movie that he ever watched. He said, I put your salvation in front of you. And in our salvation, I crucified that motherfucker and took him out and said, we'll sacrifice this. God, take this sacrifice and wash our sins away. God, he is so perfect, but let that perfection be our perfection. God. And God had a decision to make. Do I decide to destroy you bitches? Because guess what you just did? Y'all ain't give me a choice. I still had to take my son. I still had to take him. I crucified him. I threw him up on that cross. I beat him. Everybody watched. Mother or not, bitch, go help your son. Run up there and motherfucking take them lashes too if you got to. You're not a single person. Maybe the motherfucker that helped him bear that cross. Maybe the motherfucker that helped him bear that cross, because everybody else just stood and watched and made a parade about this man's whole thing. And even to this day, what do? We thank God and Jesus for motherfucking Jesus dying. You think God won't hear that? I wear the cross. You mean that cross that y'all threw my motherfucking son up on and had him stretched out, broke his wrist, the motherfucker, whatchamacallit, and I want to see it? You mean that? And y'all say, thank you, Father, for your son dying. I don't got to be perfect because he was. And we all say it every single day and live by that. Jesus died for my sins. He already, I said, that's great. But when you die for your own, remember that's why we die. But just like Jesus, we all will get resurrected and brought back up. Now, the only ones that didn't understand that, now when we get resurrected and brought back up, that's when we start splitting them off. Heaven's this way, hell to this way. Y'all go one way, I'm going one way. Tell me your life story. What happened with your life? And when you finish, if it was the ultimate, that God can say, cool. But if it's not, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. For the life that you live was not the life that I gave. For the life that you live was the life that was apparently gave for you. That's the point. If you hear those words and say, for the life that you live was not the life that I gave, but it was the life that apparently was gave for you. That's what you live for. You see. But God, Jesus did it for all of us. I'm just going to go ahead and walk my way. I say, if you're going to walk your way, you need to walk the same way He did. Because like you said, I did it for y'all. I didn't go sit with the people that was doing all good. No, Jesus didn't do that. Because guess what? Apparently y'all doing good. What you need me for? You felt like you was the best. And when I seen you and you looked your eyes down upon these people right here, who literally could have been doing better than where they was at, but because you sat right there and watched them go through what they went through and laughed, said blah blah blah, yeah, and then you laughed at my fucking son, because my son went over there and said, I can sit over here with y'all people, but I gotta sit over here. Then he made friends with him. And that's what made Jesus' life so fucking wrong. It wasn't what a lot of people thought made Jesus' life so wrong. It said birds of a feather flock together. Jesus was always a great man. His greatness fell short every single time he apparently invited a beggar. Saved that woman that motherfucker was an adulterer. He did all these things. And they said, why are you reaching your hand down to these lower things that genuinely should have already proven? They fucked up. And Jesus said, because I understand truthfully, if it was you, wouldn't you want a second chance? If it was you, and you know what they said, that'll never be me. That'll never be me. I said, well then if it'll never be you, I'm glad that you don't need your second chance, but they still do. And since you heroically gave up your second chance because you said that'll never be you, that'll never be you, your second chance will go right here where it's apparently really much needed and nobody else seen it that it's needed for. Gave yours up. You felt like you didn't need it because you said, why would I need a second chance? I'm perfect the first time ago. That's why I hear you sometimes. I listen to my own words. So I said, I'm not perfect my first time ago, not perfect my second time ago, not this damn third. But that's also why I'm trying to help you up and say, before you motherfucking fall short. It's not me that's telling you first. I said, hey mama, I said before you fall short, but then you always motherfucking looking at me. Why you always stopping? I said before you fall short. Because once you fall short, you fell short and everybody motherfucking watched it. Laughed and they can hold that down forever. But if I just stop you before you fall short, you're the only one that's going to be mad at me. I'll take one over the world. Even if it's just you being the one. That's still hurt because I had to motherfucker say, well mama, let me step in front of this real quick because I can tell something that's kick ass back there. Alright, now keep going. She said, see, I would have never failed. I said, you know, we would never have. Because truth be told, God put us together for a reason. So you will never think you would never fall. And I'm going to make sure that you really, and that's going to be your truth. You will never fall. I would never fail. Never in this life. I just gotta be like that. It was cool.
You're making it where I never fall. You're making it where I never fall.
God made it where you don't fall. I'm just the vessel you use. Because honestly, truthfully, I asked him, I said, Father, some of these people are just gonna keep falling, unfortunately. And I don't even know if they understand that they're falling. So for them, I'll be the ones to keep them up. And when they feel like I'm just kicking them, I'm like, well, no, you were falling, but you felt like you got kicked, and that's only because I picked you back up. I mean, that's I ain't kicked you when you're down. I kicked you when you're falling down. I said, bitch, get that.
Get back up.
Yeah. I ain't need nobody see you hit the ground. You walking with me, the fuck you ran the ground for? That's just slow. Get your ass. Why you being me? What did she just do? Nothing. Not a damn thing. slipping at this goddamn.
Dumbass.
You're gonna slip at least pimp with it. You're gonna slip this high. Pimp, slip, and pimp. That's the lip balm. You know what I'm saying? That's a pimp lip balm. You're gonna slip and catch yourself. That's how you put it back. Pimp balm, lip balm. Right? I ain't pimping yourself for the first thing.
You're doing right, not incorrect.
I'm serious though. You ship it for free though.
Oh, nice.
Mama, you be shipping that for the first time. On Miski? Yeah, you be shipping on Miski.
Shut up.
Come on, I love you. I will always love you. But shipping on Miski for the first year, that nigga don't give two fucks about it. He don't. He can't get two fucks about you. He said, bitch, I never paid. I never even knew you. I never had you. I never seen you. You didn't do this for me. You did this for help. That's how he feel. You know my brain. I'm gonna tell the world about it. I believe I came from the future to the past. And it's one of my multiple personality disorders. A very crazy multiple personality disorder. I feel like everybody knows half of the shit this you motherfucking shit knows. It's called schizophrenia without being schizo. So apparently I ain't that schiz without being schiz. To be schiz, you gotta tell me to be schiz. And I say, I just hold my hand and just walk away from it. Yeah. What? I ain't schiz anyway.
I know you're not
I'm too bad.
schizo.
So I come from the past.
So you're not schizo, you just...
I was about to say, this bitch was about to say, I'm
actually
not Tupac. I was about to be so
Shut
bad.
it, no, I was
Said
saying
you're not
that
Tupac. Okay, you're right. I'm Tupac.
you're not schizo. You're not
I
that.
can be schiz. I can be. Let me explain something to you. I'm not just here for fighting for. You just heard how I said who I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
So let me explain something to you. Why the hell do y'all keep not understanding? Everybody's on my list of people I'm fighting for. Skits included. Y'all locked them away, and they didn't even do nothing bad to motherfucking society, but we born. Apparently, in a way that wasn't right for y'all. I say, bro, I'm fighting for every single person that needs to be fought for. There are people in mental health wards that really needs to be seen. Shit, if you feel like we're a show, imagine how much of a more of a show they could be. But not even in a bad way.
Just actually
Hear me out.
awareness
If
to-
somebody wanted to take this idea, this is a multi-fuck trillion. Honestly, the person that takes this idea, just remember your young man over here, Mr. Chavez Baxter, gave it to you. For real, for real. Because this one right here comes straight from the motherfucking gallows. Here's another motherfucking plan. Somebody go in there right now. Anybody. Bitch, I'm not doing myself. Fuck all that. I'm not gonna make an EIN. I'm gonna put the motherfucking thing right here. Somebody decide how many people we got here.
14.
12. We got 12. Let's say 12 or 14.
It was 14, but now it's 12.
Okay. We got 12 people in here, so I can risk it. I can risk this factor for 12 people until I get rich and famous and somebody knows what. Now, plan is gonna make the EIN. Take that same EIN, put it under 501c3. Now take this plan and write it out wholeheartedly. You ain't get this from ChatGPT. You got it straight from a person's brain. No kids and no cap. You can try to take it and put it in GPT, and they will make it a lot better. But I'm telling you, this is a rough draft plan to what the fuck it is, and truth be told, it's a simple plan. 501c3. EIN first is free. 501c3 after that. Make this 501c3 about helping the people who can't help themselves. Genuinely so. It's about the same thing what you call it. But this should be adhering towards. You can, when you say helping the people that can't help themselves, everything is added on that.
Yeah.
Kids, this, that, but more what I'm trying to go towards is people in mental health institutions. Any institution for real, like mental health, or even in the the jail system. But then you can do that differently. You can do that a whole different way. This one right here is just for the mental health institution. People like that. People who can't help themselves. What you should do is get people's permission. And you do it the correct way. Don't get just the people's permission. What I mean by the people's permission, the families.
Okay.
Get the family's permission, yes. But, and to do this is going to be very, very hard. Because this next part, you're going to need some goddamn backing and a lot of extra shit. You get that person's permission straight up. Prove upon a shadow of doubt that they're competent by even just getting their permission first off. Then you have to sit with them every single day and prove without a shadow of a doubt that this person can be helped competently. Because guess what? I technically don't need the family's permission. Y'all the one that put them in this place and felt like y'all couldn't help in the first place.
Yeah.
asking y'all for permission, y'all will be sitting right here trying to stop me from doing everything I need to do. You'll say, no, why are you trying to do this? You're doing that. No. I'm trying to give you back a family member that you technically have rid off. You see, because when I decide I want to put the cameras up, I want to do all these extra things. It's not just studying, it's not just that, but it's giving you back the person that they actually became. See, what happened was, what a lot of people don't realize is, because the person changed out of the whole personality and characteristics that they were providing and showing before, that's what made people throw these people away and throw them out the door. I said, that's not fair.
Because they felt like the person changed in a bad way.
I say, what you want me to feel like? I said the biggest issue for me is, sweetheart, a lot of people don't seem to realize the simplest of things. When you change like that, when you do that, don't throw that person away. That person still lives every single day as that person. If you would have gave this person somebody to adhere to, somebody to actually, what you would call it, just like you watching these movies, autism, all these things, they just take a lot more time to work with. But see, the biggest issue was you barely wanted to work with sane kids, let alone with somebody who has a goddamn disorder, disability that technically I didn't go to school to motherfucking figure out in the first place.
Because you don't know how to actually deal with it hand to hand or even first home because you haven't actually had experience with it. You're just dealing with it on the back end.
And these are the issues of what we do with our life. And like I said, it's not even our life. Do you know somebody in a mental health hospital? But you were the one in the mental health hospital, so you do. So you know people that was in the mental health hospital because you were in there. You shook your head no, and you like every single person in that motherfucking mental health hospital was apparently mental health. But when we sat in there and we seen the other side, I've talked to some people who had some real actual motherfucking things, but I think they use mental health as a goddamn excuse. I ain't gonna say. I mean, one nigga hit his daddy in the head with a hammer, and he said his daddy car on fire and shit like that. But don't get me wrong, his daddy was doing some extra shit too, but it wasn't extra shit like that. His daddy was trying to discipline him. And he said, I ain't even gonna discipline me. And then nigga said, he was like, shit, nigga, back up truck on fire. And you know what his daddy did? His daddy went in there and broke his video games and shit. I just say, that's when he hit his daddy in the head with him. He said his daddy car on fire because his daddy had got on to him about something else. Daddy didn't get enough apparently because his daddy came over there and talking and broke his video game. After he broke his video game, son went off. He said, you broke my what? And he decided to show him how I'm about to break your school. You broke my video game, I'm breaking your school. He said, look dad, since you broke my video game, I'm trying to show you that was me actually saying. You thought me setting the car on fire. He said, I could set your bitch ass on fire. You don't believe me? You had the hammer and then hit that nigga. I said, God damn.
Just walk away in this situation. It's never that serious.
Sometimes it is. I don't think that's why he was also limited. Sometimes it is. For a person like that in this center, you have no idea how much stock somebody might put into something. That's why I keep trying to explain to people. It's the same way his dad felt about that truck.
Yeah.
His dad truck was his son's video games. That's why his dad broke his video games. He said, you don't seem to understand what you just did. Now I'm breaking your video games. But dad understood what he did, but then he didn't seem to understand that his son was going to understand what he did.
Yeah.
You broke the video game, so now he said, what can I do? I already set your truck on fire. It's step number 2.
Because it's the situation of how the dad actually
That's why I say,
acted.
all these things have to be looked at, seen, but when you're going through. As you're going through, none of that shit going to be seen. What's seen is my truck is burning. Yeah. And this motherfucker took gas and poured it on there and motherfucking did it. It's your ass. It is your ass, Mr. Postman, so grass that you ain't even gonna know what the fuck happened too fast. You gonna be on that bitch, waking up talking about how I'm on the grass. And you're like, cause I picture that. Cause I definitely picture that. Now just like you want to tell me, I can tell you I could have laid you on the back of that burning truck. Lay in your mess. But bitch, you did. But this is how I kind of talk to them without talking one day, because again, I can't talk to people. Like, you gotta talk to them in their level. But I let them not say, your daddy necessarily wasn't wrong. You necessarily, as kids, we feel like you ain't gotta yell at me like that. Like shit, you yelling at me and you coming at me like damn, it was a mistake, it was an accident, the way you yelling at me, you coming at me like you goddamn motherfucking. And the more and more time, and I realized, as all kids, we all had that breaking point. Every child pretty much had that breaking point unless they had that perfect childhood. And even them, they get their bragging point too, because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They just get it in a whole different level. And it's just, yeah, they kind of go insane because they be thinking they had a perfect childhood, so their perfect childhood get perfect. And then it's like, their perfection become real. No, imagine for us, let me explain something to you. The difference between us and other people is, it's not about us and this, that, and third. It's not that we live in imperfection stuff. We don't went through imperfection, the perfection, or non-perfection, this, that, and third.
Yeah.
I mean, worse than this is we homeless. Okay. We both actually have been to those levels. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. We both have been to those levels. But anything other than this, it can be better, I hope. I'm trying to see if there's any other deaths, I guess, in this, that, and third. But I mean, there isn't that much stuff, honestly and truthfully, that can happen that's like worse.
There it is.
I mean, in life is that style that we shut up now. Even if we wouldn't have been homeless, I mean, we would be on the street, yes. Would we still be able to go loud on the street? Yes. Would that maybe get us off the street? Yes. Would that probably get us catapulted into a better, brand new life? Probably so. It'll just take a second. But it would do it. Well, it wouldn't even take a second. Because for us, we did the hard part right here.
We did it.
Inside of the house. We didn't wait till technically tragedy struck. The worst tragedy had already struck. I mean, we keep going through tragedy all the time. We lost our kids. We're not with our kids. We're going through this, that, and third. So, I mean, losing the house, technically, people will just watch us be homeless, which will suck. Okay, but people won't even watch us be without water for too long and shit like that. So they still got great people in this world. Amazing people. And that's the only ones I'm trying to reach. That's why I say I'm not trying to reach the ones who have already written us off in those same books. And every time you say, oh, is this, is that, I say, why do you keep adhering to those people who've already told you, I'm here to watch you fall and laugh about it? Tell you how you can do better, but genuinely show, I won't see what you're doing as better. I'll tell you to quit that. And I'll laugh about it. I'll pretend to be your friend. Go over here, kiki behind your back, knowing that, hey, look, I'm not really a friend. You think we laughing with you, we laughing at you. And I'll be the first person to tell them, hee hee ha ha, I'm not laughing with you. I'm just laughing at the situation it's on. Because at the end of the day, you want to make it so funny, let's all laugh together. But I want you to hear the difference between my laughter and your laughter. My laughter is sadness mixed with the hee hee ha ha. You got me. Joke's on me and I'm the joke. At your expense, I hope it's worth it. Because for people who can laugh at somebody and make them joke, for their benefit, for their this, for their that, I said, that's you. And I just want you to continue to look in the mirror and every single day be happy with who you are. I'm happy with seeing somebody do less than me because it makes me feel better about where I'm at. I'm happy about putting somebody down because guess what? I'll just tell them in the long run that was tough love. And I'm happy if your shit work. But if it don't, I'll be the first one to say, you still can do this, and I told you you could do this and this, that, and third, like I say. But were you the first person to sit right here and say, it's not that I don't think it'll work. The only problem is you ain't got nobody to invest in it. I'll invest in it. And people be like, well, I invested in it. I say, you don't call yourself investing in Walmart, do you? No, because after the investments all happened, people didn't realize it took every single person coming in here every single day and saying, I see Walmart as a place where I can go get my goods investment. And who invested in Walmart first? The person that made it. And he didn't even do nothing crazy. Y'all y'all don't even get the basics of Walmart. It's so simple. Anybody can do this. This is another business idea, and stop trying to be a big supermarket. Don't. And motherfucking people that already told you, and motherfucking come over here. These Indians, these Mexicans, everybody but us. So everybody but us need to listen. And that means us, y'all need to put your ears close to the ground. Because when I say everybody but us, all black people should have went like, why he want everybody but us to listen? That's exactly the point. Everybody but us listen now. This is the point. Get you a building. Take that building, Put a name on it, any name. Call it a supermarket, whatever the fuck the case may be. And guess what? When people come to put stuff in your supermarket, charge them. When people come to buy stuff out of that supermarket, they charged. And guess what? The people that put the stuff in your supermarket, they have to pay for that. And do they get a kickback? The kickback is when the motherfucking shit come back to them from what the fuck it was already is. But you had got a dividend in that. And the only thing you did was have a fucking house or a building that you established with such a good enough name and big enough time. That's why I say some of these places, Walmart, this, that, and third, got to the point of where they realized these things first. They said, damn, I wish all of my favorite items was in one centralized spot. And then the motherfucker did it. And then he got rich. Bill Gates, you know what happened? Bill Gates said, I'm tired of doing this typing computer shit. He said, I wish that this computer did all the work that I need to do. And then motherfucking Bill Gates did that. Then the motherfucker got rich. People decided to do simple things. What simple things? Like this. They said, we're going to charge people for fruit. Somebody laughed. One day somebody laughed at the person and said, we're going to charge people for, you're going to charge people for stuff that grows off the motherfucking, that grows right out of the ground? He said, yes, and here's the idea. What we're going to do is we're going to start building up subdivisions. And we're going to take the subdivisions and we're going to replace them with these more beautiful looking trees. But what people won't realize is when you replace it with these beautiful looking trees, pine trees and all of that stuff like that, don't get it twisted, we're going to put pine trees and stuff like that because guess what? It's going to make your yard dirty. You're going to need something to clean your yard, but we'll get to that. This is just the beginning of an actual idea. So here's the start of it. And they say that we're going to take all these trees out of here and we're going to put these new trees in here. And nobody's going to notice. Because trees is trees, right? But no, but the difference between these trees is you were started in a world where everything was nutrient rich and motherfucking everything was growing trees and motherfucking food everywhere. Somebody got greedy and said, well, I need to make some money too. I need to do this, I need to do that. I said, okay, cool. Well, we're going to start charging for this. We're going to bag it up and we're going to see if somebody want to buy a whole bag instead of maybe just going out here and whatchamacallit. You see, because somebody was even smarter than the rest of them. Somebody said, I don't just want one apple. And then they said, fuck it. And when they got a bucket, and then motherfucker put all them bitches in the bucket. Then he had a bucket of apples. But he didn't have no motherfucking more apples on the trees. And he had to wait. Just listen. And hear me for 2 seconds. You be all the way out there. And then he had to wait. But in that waiting, he also realized other things. Like if I don't keep these apples cold, but there was no refrigerators at some point in time and all these extra things, they're going to rot, they're going to spoil, they're going to do this. So how do I get rid of these apples without having to motherfucking whatchamacallit? He's like, man, I might get to sell these ones. Man, I might do something. Hey, I got like, shit, how about a penny an apple? Because back in the day, that's what it was. How about a penny an apple? Sure, I'll give you a penny for an apple. I don't even got to go to the tree and pick it. Sure. And before you knew it, you started a business just like that. Marketing, and more people. You see, and this is how the world became a marketplace. Not a place where goods were given and freely had to be motherfucking seen and motherfucking whatchamacallit. See, what a lot of people don't even understand is, what if the world is the garden and we motherfucking fucking it up because what are we doing around it?
Might be. Because think about it, it was Pangea at one point.
Mama, it still is Pangea. Yeah, I know. See,
all the continents.
Mama, it still is Pangea. I'm about to break all that shit down for y'all. Flood. What happened with the flood? It didn't just knock away the motherfucking thing. No, it's still Pangea. You have a earth floor that motherfucking ain't motherfucking. So when that earth floor is still connected, all the things did was erode. You never had goddamn whatchamacallit. Yes, it shifted the whole earth. But I promise you, if somebody could walk on the earth floor, whatchamacallit, they could walk around the whole earth. Stayed on the same ground all the way the fuck around. It's still Pangea. We just connected underneath the waters because waters wasn't technically here first. The waters literally covered mountaintops and stuff like that. And the floods and shit like that. So what you don't realize is when that shit even came down and participated in all that shit, it didn't go nowhere. That's why we have the water cycle. What a lot of people don't realize about the water cycle is it had to technically happen because the waters had to go somewhere. So that's when the clouds and everything, participation and all that extra shit happened because guess what? Sun heated up the motherfucking water. It got them like there because like God said, they technically didn't land. Land to be able to motherfucking dock on. To get off this boat that they were technically going to be stuck on, where were they going to go besides the boat? Into the water? No, they couldn't do that. So that's why he kept sending that motherfucker back out there to the goddamn whatchamacallit. And he could have technically stayed on the boat. Who the fuck wants to do that? You get what I'm saying? Because they had already lived on land. But Pangea still exists. It just exists all the way under what we can't see because we're thinking, no way. Yes, we all know that there was a motherfucking ocean floor. That ocean floor is still the land that we were standing on way back when. Most people just so crazy and not understand. I say, you can take Bible facts, you can take science facts, you can take all these facts and realize that they're the same shit. Just motherfucking written different, said different, and motherfucking proposed in a different light. Anyway, I said, well then let's strip all that shit down and look at it for what the fuck it is.
So I never thought about that. As far as
yes, aliens exist.
No,
the
walking
fuck?
at the bottom of the sea. Like,
I mean, duh, but I mean, I'm taking you even out of space. People be like, well, there's aliens exist, you know everything. Bitch, yes, aliens exist. I mean, apparently God sent who? The Satan down from motherfucking whatchamacallit? The heavens, meaning that something came crashing into, and it was another life form. Duh, aliens fucking exist. Extraterrestrial just came from out of this world into our own. Anything else? If you take the Bible, you take this, you can make it all motherfucking make goddamn sense. Aliens
in reality, you really can. Even with a lot of situations in the Bible, even with a lot of stuff that's happened in history, you can actually take those moments and actually pin those together.
I mean, duh. Mama, I mean, every single moment has a point in history in that Bible that's literally connected with that moment. Most people just get the geography wrong because, unfortunately, what you don't realize about the geography, first off, we're always changing. The same world that it was 10,000 years ago is not the same world as it is today. You can't even walk the same roads. We've done too much to it. We've eroded it. That's why the map was changing. We thought the map was changing because, oh, somebody did this. I say, no, you dumb fucks. The world kept eroding away and the motherfucking things kept changing and doing this and changing the shape and this, that, and third. Every single day, every path was fucking different. You didn't even fucking realize it because guess what? It happened so small scale that you couldn't see it on the bigger scale that it already was on. Fathom God's life or fathom your own. Either or, it's still going to be a problem. It's going to be an easy issue if you know how to fix it. But if you can't fix it, you're just going to be riding the motherfucking ways of life. And that's okay. God had already forgiven those people. He said, shit, you were just riding the ways of life. You go ahead. And you're not the one I didn't know technically. You're the one that technically didn't know yourself. You just got to be shown some things. That's it. But you, and you, and you, and you. You knew, and you knew. So y'all go ahead and fuck up.
That's how he's looking at it in this situation.
Yeah. God don't play no radios. He said equality matters. And the biggest issue was equality was not equal no more when everything became how it was. Mama. Mama. Bang. Miss Clark. What you doing? Huh? That mic is on. I'm so good. Miss Clark. Listen to me. Sometimes, like you said, when you talking stuff like that, this is not a conversation you hear anybody else talking about. What was that?
You were talking about how basically with the situation of how it eroded the situations with the land, how the land changed, where people kept basically digging it up and changing the way it looked.
It's past that. I'm past that.
You were still on that point, but you were making another point with it.
I was. Well, what is that, brother? My bad, my brain broke. You left, you walked away. I was in the middle of connecting and connected with you.
Sorry.
That's right. I'll get it back. That's all I'll be saying sometimes, Mama. Sometimes I know what I'm blessed with. I walk around with it. It's true, so that I just say for it. I love it. World don't know itself. World needs some help. Tell God straight up. I said, Father God, I don't give a fuck about the world, honestly. I genuinely don't. I can give two fucks about it. But I give a fuck about the world that my daughter's going to be in, so I have to give a fuck about the world. It's like another choice. Because it's not just about them. Because truth be told, I'm not even affecting them. So now, Lord, I need the power to be able to affect the other people that I might walk in paths with, just in case those people might walk in paths of my kids. And understand that, hey, look, those are his kids. Y'all should probably leave them and kids alone because that man is a cool one.
kids stay innocent.
One day, baby girl, we woke up to a world where everything was already stuck. No kids, no cat. One day, your kids gonna wake up to a world where half the shit is already fake. Half the shit is never gonna be given to them. And it's gonna have to be okay for them. Because they're gonna have to just say what we say, that's just the world. That's the lamest world in the world.
Well, it should be a situation
This
where they could
motherfucking universe. This specific one. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm talking multiverses at this point in time because the only reason we can adhere to TV shows and shit like that because that's way better than this bullshit. All this shit is bullshit. But it's not because of God. It's not because of that. It's because of us ourselves. Wake up and choose different. And stop talking about you can't choose different because if I choose different, this won't happen. But everybody that chose the same, sure. But I say go talk to every single old person that chose the same and tell me which one of them didn't wish they changed everything. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have did this. I go talk to the other motherfuckers who did everything they wanted to do. They ain't got no regrets. Only regrets they got is shit. I couldn't do it more time. I wish I was ending this early. Shit, I had fun what I did. There's levels. Enjoy the world that God gave us. Through the world that the people have already motherfucking made for us. Because that world does suck. God gave us, close your eyes for 2 seconds. Imagine when you walked outside, you got watermelons on the ground. You got cucumbers everywhere. You got motherfucking bananas, pineapples, every single thing that you could think about. And it goes on wherever you go, this whole damn world. That was God's world. Now, open your eyes. That's why it feels so fucked up and different. Because you know God's real path for this, and we know that this ain't the one. See, what we don't realize is it was given to us in the simplest of answers. When they bit off that tree, everybody be like, God knows everything. I'm the first person to hate to say this motherfucking thing, but it's in his Bible, it's in the truth, it's in the motherfucking thing. If God knew everything, when he came back and asked, time had already changed for him. That wasn't the dice he rolled, that wasn't the things he made. None of that was supposed to happen. Imagine a world where Eve and Adam never ate off the tree. All of us would technically cease to exist and there would be a whole other existence in our place. That's why I say God cannot lie, because unfortunately, God knew that his life and that life and this, that, and third had already changed. I'm not going to say it was God's mistake, but maybe it was God's adherence. I would have to ask him himself and say, Father, forgive me if I was wrong. I mean, not speak for you, but I know that maybe the one thing that I may be thinking God would take back could change everything. Instead of giving us dominion over this world, he kept in control of the world. If you read in Genesis, he gave us dominion over everything. When he gave us dominion, he fell back into where he had rights, which wasn't here. That's why he said, I control the heavens. Technically, we control the earth. But even in that motherfucking saying, like he said, let us go down and confuse their language. The Tower of Babel. Lest they come together in nothing that they think of they can't do. So imagine that. You know what the Tower of Babel was really for? Nobody really thinks about it because it's always in the beginning and nobody really... I said, I hear my beginning before I get to the end of all this shit. Because the only thing in the end is Revelation. That just don't reveal everything that happened through the Bible, but y'all still ain't got there yet. So you still got to stay in the beginning before y'all get to Revelation. And if you're going to read Revelation, read it first and then go through the Bible. Can somebody in the Bible tell them read it that way?
But question, isn't Revelations really before God kicked Satan out?
Revelations is about the whole Bible. It was before every single thing. It was revealing the rest. Revelations. Genesis is the beginning. But it's not even. It is the beginning, but it's not the beginning. It's our beginning. That's why it's the beginning.
You get what I mean, though? Like, I feel like bits and pieces of Revelations was before and after.
It's not necessarily bits and pieces of Revelations was before or after our time. It's more like I said, our beginning was our beginning. But with our beginning came a new beginning. You don't seem to understand. Okay, so basically the old beginning was this. The first beginning.
Yeah.
What was the true first beginning that we say it was?
In reality, what we claim it was the Big Bang Theory, but in reality...
What's the Big Bang Theory?
That would be Adam and Eve.
No.
Well, not Adam and Eve, but... Well, yeah, Adam and Eve.
No. See, this is why I tell you sometimes. No.
No. Think
Okay.
about it. The reason why...
No.
The reason...
No. You ready for the Big Bang? If you say Adam and Eve, right? I'm about to show you the reason why. You can sit right there with that look in your face. I don't care because guess what? God had to come before Adam and Eve. Who made Adam?
God.
So the Big Bang Theory was God coming into existence. But into that existence, they said created all the other stuff. That was when God started creating the earth, the heavens and the earth, if you will. After him, the heavens and the earth, if you go all the way to motherfucking things, for scientists, Big Bang, the whole universe was created. Boom, they skipped God. It is what it is. They said God was the universe. They didn't skip him, they just made God the universe. He created and he was, and it was the universe is. All the galaxies, every single where, all at once apparently came in from this one explosion of life. Explosion of light. Life, light, because that's exactly what it is. Single cell organism burst into a motherfucking, it's almost as if the cluster began to motherfucking go and form the existence of God. In the Bible, it was he came into existence and he created the heavens, the earth, he created the fish, the creepy qualities, and all these other
How
things.
did he actually just come into existence?
The same way we did. That's what I keep asking people all the time. Before you ask how did God come into existence, who came first, the woman or the man? Fuck the chicken and the egg. We always ask stupid questions like that. Who came first, the woman or the man? Okay. Where did he come from?
God.
But the reality would be that he apparently had to have a woman carry him into this world.
God made it.
That's Bible facts. But again, I'm trying to show people science facts real quick. Which woman came first? The woman or the man? Okay. Why man had to go first? Because apparently... Well, why woman can come first? Scientifically speaking, why woman couldn't come first?
Because man came first.
Why man gotta come first?
Because God made man first.
I said we talking scientific facts, not just what you call it. Bible facts, sure. Man came first. But I'm trying to break this shit down.
Facts.
I'm trying to break this shit down. Okay, so no. I'm trying to ask you a question, mama.
Actual scientists have actually pinned 2 links down to 2 actual people, and the first person from those people, the oldest, was male.
Was male.
The second was female, but scientists have actually linked all the women and men in this world together to 2 people directly, to 2 distinct people. We all have a piece of them in us. Everybody in this world has a piece of Adam and Eve. Literally.
You know how they say God didn't make Stephen and Stephen?
Chavez, stop it.
Hear me out.
Stop.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. What if God did make man first? Right? But they didn't have no women. Right? Okay. Now hear me out on this whole thing real quick, right? What will any species do as a way of survival?
They'll find different ways to try to reproduce, even if it comes to asexual.
No. See, it's even different than that. It's even different than that. they'll switch sex.
Yeah.
Literally, they'll switch sex. And frogs do it. Some frogs, amphibians do it.
Frogs, lizards, and there's this actual sea animal. It's a beautiful animal, but it's a fish. Clownfishes do it. Clownfishes switch sexes. If the female dies, the male will actually one of the males in the cage.
Yeah.
There's 2 males and there's 1 female.
Seahorses.
Another male will actually change himself into a female in order to actually continue to actually carry the line of eggs on if the mom or the female has died.
We're technically only doing the same thing. We're just in the opposite direction. Weird. We don't evolve. I'm sorry. Our evolution process was started the moment that the tree was eaten off the palm.
We devolve.
No. See, yeah, but no. See, we don't.
Yes
know what,
and no.
We
Yes.
don't know what devolution is. I say it just like that. Devolution.
Yes, sir.
We don't know what devolution is because, truth be told, how do I put this? When we think that we can only access 10% of our brain, what if that's the percentage that we get to now? What
That
if
would be understandable.
before we was accessing 100% of our brain?
We were. Think about it. A lot of people don't understand. Adam, even his sons, Cain and Abel, before like Cain and Abel had to fight and Abel died. There's actual stories in other books that they were taken out of the Bible of them actually going to the moon with Adam. Adam actually teaching them still different things because a lot of people don't understand. Adam had the powers to actually move not just from the garden, but from earth to heaven to the moon to wherever he wanted to go. He could literally do anything in reality.
Those books were for a reason.
But why?
Because truth be told, to go from the moon to Washington College, what? Rock ship.
Yeah.
Don't take nobody no time to go to no moon when you all you got is time. Those books, that one book tells a whole world history. That's what I keep laughing at people about. When y'all read the Bible, y'all read it from the beginning to the end. I say, well then, hold that in your hand and realize you don't even need the Mayan calendar. You got the Bible calendar. You just can't fathom that part of it. You've already read from beginning to end exactly what's going to happen.
And the calendar for what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
The days that the
And the
actual
only problem
events
is,
happen.
they remove books like you said. Removing books from that Bible was a problematic shit that they don't want people to know about. Because again,
No, but that's the thing about it. They removed books and they added stuff that they wanted
it
people
wasn't about
to
adding something in
believe.
this and third. Let me explain something to you. I'm about to take you into a fantasy world in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, what is a real world fact? Real world fact, fantasy world, goddamn fiction. You ready for this shit? What would you do if you found the goddamn Back to the Future drop? Because that's what the Bible was for somebody who picked it up first. The first person who might have picked up the Bible and had to read it and this, that, and third, they might not have understood what they had. So when the events started coming true. You actually wonder why people put the shit in Vatican and shit like that? Events started coming true. Things that happened in that Bible happened. And they had the Bible before these things happened. That's what I keep trying to explain to people.
So they were looking at this book like, okay, well, how is it that all these events are happening, but all the events that are
Prophets.
happening are coming from
Prophetic, prophets,
this
and all
book?
this extra shit, because at the end of the day, that's what it was, you know. There were real people who had this, there were real people who had these things, and they wrote these things. The visions, these things, and they didn't just see it as all this nonsense and nonsensical, as we do. Even now, people are still writing their visions, and we just see it as nonsensical. You can't imagine the world of Avatar being the world of Avatar. Is it that good? They do a nuclear reaction, and then you have you have things that might evolve into this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden the world had, because we already got rockets. That's the biggest issue with people don't realize this. They have already been showing you in your faces how they're trying to already escape this place, just in case they need to go ahead and quote unquote save humanity. come back at any point in time to say that, hey, look, we land back on when it's clear and clean. But whatever we land on, it won't be the motherfucking planet that we left behind. No, it'll be a whole different planet.
Completely different than what we actually did.
Well, Mama, I mean, honestly and truthfully, you know these things from every other single planet that they have to look at. You got some planets that's too cold, too hot, too this, too that, all these extra things. Then you got our perfect single little planet.
No, but that's the thing about it. We have one more planet that's just like Earth, that is a couple of light years away from us.
No, see, that's the problem.
They're claiming.
No, but Mama, it's
would
not
be
just like
perfect
Earth. And
for repopulation.
Fuck all that. Okay. I either need the telescope that can look a couple of light years away. Which, don't get me twisted, I can see the sun. So, hey, we got those. But, or, I need the motherfucker who actually sent something a couple light years away and got it back in the same time period to tell us.
Shut up.
No! I need one or two. Where is the motherfucker that sent the shit a couple of light years away?
Okay.
Now, I can imagine if it was the niggas that was living 900 years, because that's a couple light years away and back, I guess, sure.
Yeah.
And I went 300 light years away and came back in 600 years, and now I got 300 years to tell y'all about it. Here we are. But, as far as the rest of the shit, I need your goddamn secret-ass camera, because, bitch, you ain't even looking at this galaxy yet, to be honest with you. I love how y'all think y'all doing shit.
The only thing it is the oxygen is... They are looking outside the galaxy, they just can't see the planets. They see stars. That's how they see them.
I mean, you can look up in the sky and see stars with your eyes. They just built this bullshit for no reason.
But they don't actually see the planets.
Mama, they
just see a very bright star that's way brighter than other ones.
If they wanted to motherfucking make that a better thing, they need to make something that's exactly like an eye. Not motherfucking shit that replicates and motherfucking is not. No, they need to make something that is exactly like an eye. We get clearer vision than the motherfucking cameras do. Somebody just needs to come up with a goddamn program that literally gives you eye view camera, not the bullshit that they try to give us, but literal eyes. And motherfucking get that shit to a magnifying glass then. Because the eyes can pinpoint shit like that like nobody's business. I mean, even if you think about it, that's why they have Hawkeye and shit like that. Like Hawkeyes they can pinpoint in, they can zoom in and all this shit. They know these things. And it's crazy to me because I'm just like, who the fuck was a hawk and knew that the hawks could do this? Like, what the fuck made you realize that, hey, look, he's zooming in on that mouse or something shit like that? I guess that is human evolution for you. The difference between our evolution and...
They learned these animals.
No, we didn't learn these animals. We caged these animals and then we motherfucking studied them. That wasn't learning. Learning them is letting them be in their natural habitat.
No, some
people do that, but we had to do that after we did what we did. Then that's when they relinquished them back into their natural habitat. Because guess what? I had to understand you before I could even know what you were doing in your natural habitat. That's the biggest thing about us humans. Sometimes you gotta trap it to see what the fuck is going on. Not on purpose. It's just like, how would they have known whales do sonar if they just kept sitting right there watching them in the wild? They didn't know what devices to make, but when they had two in captivity and realized these two whales are actually talking to each other, we're trying to figure out how. Then they motherfucking might put a device in the thing and they realized that it's the sonic waves that's going up there. But somebody had to have the smarts
to actually put these pieces together.
Yeah, and it was a lot because it wasn't just one person. These things happen over time and stuff like that. But the biggest issue with the world that we live in today is they're basically taking all that stuff out. We won't have no more evolutionary products and stuff like that if we don't come up with it ourselves. AI will be coming up with your new evolutionary projects. Think about that. Everything that now is brand new will be made by the same thing that we say we don't want to take control of. But you're listening on to that what's new.
No, cause like that lady with the
It's like, yeah,
okay,
make all of its little bitty puzzle pieces.
No, like the lady with the sausage and the marshmallow, how she said she made that because AI told her, she put it in Chat GPT. They told her and she made it, and that's where she started to actually sell it and go viral for actually making that little food.
Yeah, but Mama, unfortunately...
But she had something else come up with the idea
it wasn't,
for
her. See, and truth be told, that's a great idea. If she was going to use ChatGPT, she used it for the perfect thing. What can I use now to make the next viral thing? Because people are worried about virality.
Yeah.
People are worried about this, that, like I told you straight up. Man, you could have been viral. Past viral. Man, you could have been this. I said, we're going to have to just go about it the long route. The right way. The route that's going to show everybody, hey, look.
doesn't have to be a wrong way.
Mama, there is a wrong way. You want to know the wrong way? Everybody gonna hate me when I say this. I don't give a fuck going to court. You know why? Because at the end of the day, going to court ain't motherfucking solving shit with your mama. Going to court ain't solving shit like this and that and third. Like I told everybody like, you can go to court. I said, yeah, I could. I would. But you see what my God told me straight is, he said, why go to court when you ain't even solved the motherfucking shit right here in your own streets?
Clock it, little Bob the Builder.
What?
Clock it. Like the little Bob the Builder episode I was telling you about, the dude took his Anya because he was like, you can't even fix one tiny leak in your home. What makes me think that you can fix or take care of anything else in here?
That's different. Let me explain something to you. That's like, let me tell you the story of the unkempt barber. That was a man. He walked around. His motherfucking beard was out of his motherfucking thing. His motherfucking hair was all out of socket. Everything. He was the most unkempt motherfucker in the world. Walking around. Now there was this motherfucker look so suave. He always had his hair done. He always had his motherfucking good shit. It's then third, you know? And he swore he was the best, the baddest motherfucker downtown. He shot the best barber there is. There's nobody better. And this man walked past him. And every time the man walked past him, they laughed. He said, how do you even make old him look good?
The one that was unkept.
Unkept. The man just looked, he laughed, he walked on past. You know what I'm saying? No issues had, you know what I'm saying? You have no idea why I keep looking at this unkept. But every day, this man would say the same thing and they'd say the same thing. I'm the best barber in town. And then he looked at the man and say, just to prove it, I'm gonna cut your hair. Man said, nah, I'm good. I don't need no cut. I got somewhere to be. And kept on.
You just kept okay. Keep telling the story. Okay, just getting a little interesting. It's different.
This old man, he came back out. This man was just talking Johns. He over there. He in his shop now. He got a little shop. Oh, cool. You know, he done moved up. Cutting good hair with this guy.
Okay.
So the man walked into the shop. Sit down. In the man's chair. He said, young man, I'll let you go ahead and give me a motherfucking cut.
Okay.
He said, oh, you for real? I told you I got to make this man look like the best in the business. So you know what the man did? He went to start cutting the man's hair. First shot, the shit got snapped. Man laughed. He said, young buck, you know what you're doing there? He said, nah, it's just your hair, Unc. You ain't, it's just you know, you got this matted up hair. Honestly, I think you should just go ahead and remove it.
You can come it out, buddy. There's so much stuff that you can do. Like, no, you can do so much. You can fix it up. Come on, buddy. You can fix it up. You can fix it up. Come on. Keep telling the story.
Oh man, simply motherfucking did to and said, just hand me some water, hand me some salt. He did like this with his beard, you know what I'm saying? He did like this to his hair. He said, young man, now hand me that comb and hand me that motherfucking wash. Started combing out his hair. He said, now young man, hand me them clippers, hand me that what you call it. Before the young man knew it, this young man,
started showing him.
He started shaving his own stuff, but he couldn't tell what he was doing because he started making every move. And by the time he was done, that man transformed into the young man that he really was. He said, oh man, I haven't had a good haircut, I feel like about 20 years. Because it felt like 20 years before I off. See, what happened was for the old man was he was a barber. He was a barber every day, but he would do free cuts. He'd go around town, finding some of the people that just around him and give them free cuts every single time. While this young man was talking his shit, while this young man was doing his big one. You know what I'm saying? And he was a great barber. This man right here, he said, to stay a great barber and be a great barber is two different things. You can say, I am a great barber, but did you keep your skills up? He said, while you were sitting here bragging about your skills, I was sitting here practicing my skills every single day. And because you thought I didn't practice on myself for this, that, and third, I say, what you couldn't tell was I was out there practicing on everything else in the world of this, that, and third. And all of a sudden, when it's time for me to look kept, when you felt like it was an unkept, no, this man don't look like this, that, and third, and he's going to be the best barber. I say that same person that you was bragging on how you going to look so good, makes you look so good, you couldn't even tell what you need to do to start out. was just a simple, let me soften this. Let me make sure this is good real quick. So my tip is, because you don't know your tools,
Okay.
get stuck in it. You say, young man, I could have showed you something better than all of that. Say, give me that big braid. Put it on. Shh. Cut straight through it like butter. Say, because all you did was take a little bit of clippers and decided to cut my shit off. Of course it snapped. All this is one for horsepower. But to be the best, you gotta know what makes the best. Experience. Understanding. Going through things like that, because at the end of the day, like you said, he had been going through some of the worst years, not the best years. You see, because some people come into a shop, every 2 weeks. So of course you think you're the best barber when all you gotta do is just touch them up on what you was already technically there. And that's what he lied to me on that. He said, but you couldn't even touch somebody up that had nothing there because you felt like it was all grown out, and now I gotta reshape it and remake it into something different, something new. Into the thing that you said you wanted, but now I gotta start by taking all of this and getting rid of that, but making sure I hold just enough. See, that's what the real barber is. You say, young man, you just cut hair. I style it. And then you walk down the street. So. The difference between the barber and the hairstylist. And if somebody asks you what that story was about, if you just a little thing, what's the difference between a barber and a hairstylist?
Okay, I like that.
One understands how to work with the grades of hair and that there are grades of hair. And one just knows how to chop everything away no matter what it is. Because if it's in the way, get rid of it.
That's not right. You have to actually try to actually fix it and get it to what it's supposed to look like. Not just chop it off.
That's right. That is the story of the barber and the stylist. The old man. Was he the barber or the stylist?
He was the stylist, not the barber.
He was the barber that became the stylist. Only when somebody else thought there was a better barber. He said, I took your barber style and made it into something I should be. You took your barber style and made it something that it would never be. It couldn't be. So why did it talk this much? See, I talk a lot. But the only reason I talk a lot is because I think I talk.
Just wrong with talking though. A lot of people don't understand that.
Chris, let's say you have somebody like me that can tell you the difference.
What's the difference?
You got the gift of gab and then you got the gift of understanding. Then you got the gift of connection. Then you got the gift to go in between all that.
What's the gift in between all of that?
You really want to know?
You actually understanding and honing it for yourself.
I'm just yourself. You see? To adhere to something doesn't mean that you're just adhering it to yourself, you're adhering to everything around you. Bonding it, sending it and putting it down.
But also sending it out.
By sending it out.
It's not learning.
You send something out in the world, and trust that it will come back, and if it comes back different and changed, don't fuck what else. But people be like, why you want? I say, because I'm the type of person, I want to send a ball out into the world. And if 30 people pass that ball, I want 30 people to do something to that ball. I don't care if one stopped it, one kicked it on, one motherfucking picked it up, then put it back down. One person took it over here, one person took it over there. Because guess what? Through that whole thing, you'll make it back to where you need to go. But you'll have a motherfucking story going on with it. A bowling ball, there's one thing. Go down the motherfucking thing, hit some pins, and come back up. A marble ball that's on that motherfucking thing, we all watch that shit. Go here, 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 and it's making music all in the same thing. It's doing all these different things.
It's hitting all the points, tagging around, hitting all the extra things it needs to do, and
But see, we only enjoy that effect. God was the one right there doing the other effect, apparently. Building it. And then he was also the one that went through the motherfucking one. You know who the first person that went through the domino not falling? God.
How?
We had off the tree, the domino didn't fall. Right. He said, I set up a whole goddamn picture garage and then the whole and then one domino. One single domino.
Just one.
Just one. Come on, you put them in order like that. And make the cascade and hit each other. One domino. You either got to go down there and knock it back down to finish the wishful follow. And if you do it the right way, but like I said, let's imagine if you start the video and you get halfway through the set and then that's the domino that wishful follow. Even worse if you didn't set it up correctly.
So you have to go back and reset it back up again and then hope that it doesn't fall down until it's time to fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
This
set
is
to
like,
make sure that
this is how you start
the
elevate adults. Realizing that everything cascades from another thing. If you thought your day was your day today, I say you should have thought about yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before that, the day before that, and not even just from your past and your history. I say, guess what? When you went to that store, you need to think about that store clerk's past. What the fuck happened to them today? Anything like that. You need to be adherent to every single person. I don't give a fuck if you're on the road, this, that, and third. Nobody thinks about it like that because everybody's sitting right here saying, why is the past important? I say because guess what? When you get in front of that cashier and you the one talking shit, it ain't because that cashier said anything. It's because you was already having a bad day. And I just want my goddamn motherfucking whatchamacallit, girl, hurry up. And motherfucking bitch, I ain't motherfucking girl, girl, hurry the fuck. You're not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But did you adhere to anybody else around you? No, you let this one situation control every single thing else that happened. But little did you know that the moment you left the store, you already affected that person that you was talking to. And somebody else might have came up and affected that person. What happened when they went home? Do you care? Not a single person thinks about it. None of these things apparently. Right here, right. Every single thing matters.
It's all about everything.
Everybody makes it stop at the person that you affect. That's why I tell people all the time, everybody's so worried about me and Harriet. I say, was y'all worried about any of the bad interactions that you had that you didn't even think about you had? Fuck if it was personal. Y'all go out here impersonally making people motherfucking feel some type of way.
That's true.
Personally, I mean, at least it was personal, bitch. It was, they did something. That person that didn't even do shit is catching motherfucking flack. And fuck. We are causing the world to be bad just by motherfucking not adhering to the fact that, hey, look, you just added your own mix of bad to this world.
That's true.
Go out in the world every single day, wake up. I don't give a fuck if you're having a bad day. If you're having a bad day, that's another reason to make sure everybody else around you is having a great one.
Yes.
You're having a bad day, you know what? You look beautiful today. And I love your smile. And those jeans and that motherfucking outfit, you did your work. I don't give a fuck what you say to somebody. Make them feel good. And keep going. People that motherfucking be like, man, fuck it, I'm having a bad day. I just say, well, yeah. Now what you gonna do about it? You gonna continue to have a bad day? Or are you gonna change it? Day stops being bad the moment that you change it from that. And I keep trying to explain to people all the time, man. It's only 24 hours in a day. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. So motherfucking, literally, we should just stop thinking about days and just start calling them moments. I had a bad moment. Exactly. There you go. I had a bad moment.
Yeah.
When you gonna do it? In a moment. Just figure out which one and I'm gonna do it in that one. No, I just changed that in a moment to a real in a moment. In one of these moments, I'm gonna end up doing it. Hopefully you better hope and I better hope that it's in the future and not the past.
Because in real terms, there is a big difference from having a bad moment compared to having a bad day.
Yeah. If you change it and just start saying, I had a bad moment, it literally changed it. Because if you start, we know that words hold power. So start changing the power of the words that you say. Don't claim having a bad day and you only halfway through the day or you just started the day. Well, nigga, you gonna keep a bad day. Shit. You already said your whole day was bad. You just started that motherfucker. I mean, I guess if you adhere to this. Now, here's the cheat code to that. I'm gonna give you a cheat code. You can say my whole day was bad because I just started it and this is the whole day that I've had so far. Hear those exact words. This is the whole day that I had so far, so that day was bad right up until then. But if you don't know that, just say that moment was bad.
Did you say that moment was bad?
I had a bad moment. And it wasn't good. Time for a new moment. Change some shit. I'm saying. You gotta always be able to motherfucking what you call it. You say sugar or vinegar. I say, bitch, if something needs vinegar, it needs vinegar. You don't replace it with sugar.
Needs vinegar, it needs vinegar.
You put sugar on fish and call it a day. And I'm gonna put vinegar in your tea and we gonna call it a day. And we're gonna see if you can replace that shit. Nah. Sometimes you need sugar. No, bitch, if you say vinegar, put vinegar in that motherfucker. God damn it, you talking sugar and vinegar. Hey, there's a time and place for everything. I be so tired of people who be pretending that time and places ain't for. I say, nah, bitch, it's about time for me to act up and I'm about to make a place for it. Right here, right now. Talking about y'all, time and place. You act up every day. It's a time and place for everything. That means every day is a new time and a new place, motherfucker. I ain't shit. 24 hours in a day. Shut up. You can't tell me my time period didn't change when your time period changed. Shit. Just because my day resets and yours don't, that ain't got shit to do with it. Somebody that was yesterday. Exactly, that was yesterday. Last 24-hour period. You got a new one. Don't look at me like that.
Shove it.
I'm gonna stay young, you gonna get old.
I'm not getting old.
Yes, you is.
I'm getting prime.
Yeah, and see, I'm just getting here. I'm just trying to let y'all know what the fuck it is. I'm just like, look. You gonna understand that. I'm just getting helmet. I ain't gonna talk about it. But I'm getting prime. Okay, well, it's prime time. By the time you get to real prime time, it should be 50, but you got 20 to take, so you feel like you're prime time. By the time you get to 50, you're gonna feel old as shit. And you gonna be wishing.
I'm not gonna feel old. I'm just gonna feel a little up there.
Yeah, see me? I'm getting to 50, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm feeling good. Great. Be like, shit, I ain't up there. Bitch, I'm just not getting to my motherfucking prime time, baby. Shit. This is good moment status for me. I guess it's right because y'all girls go through menopause and y'all get all that extra shit at a certain age. So y'all just go through there. Y'all, I mean, God fucks y'all up. I know God fucks y'all up from the beginning to the end of the time. I ain't seriously. You get periods. Then when your periods stop, you get menopause, hot flashes, and all this extra shit. He didn't give y'all no break. He said life is gonna life for you. Fuck. You thought it wasn't gonna life? He said, watch this, bitch. I'm gonna show you what life gonna look like. You're gonna bleed from your coochie. You're gonna have problems with your stomach, and your mental is gonna be affected by every single thing that happens to you, every single time. Nothing is not gonna be affected by that. Especially for you. Even if it's not your emotions, it's gonna affect his emotions. So watch this.
No. He wouldn't do that. He would not do that. Chuck, stop it. He would not do that.
Honestly and truthfully, I want to see the show after Adam and Eve got kicked out the garden. That's the show I want to make. Nah, I would have been cursing Eve out every single day. Nah, fuck that. I would have been telling Eve straight up everything Eve would do. Baby, I'm home. Go make some bread. Oh, you can't. I gotta do it because that's what God said I gotta do. Now watch me go have this motherfucker make this bread. I ate off the tree, but you passed that. But no, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that.
I'm bleeding.
Fuck your bleeding.
And it was the snake.
Like, fuck the snake. Fuck you and the snake. Bitch, you and the snake can goddamn go somewhere.
But
fuck
you
all
still
that.
ate the fruit too.
Okay, fuck me too. Bitch, I'm over here pushing grass. Wait, you pushing grass. You make some bread.
That's not my job. The scripture.
No, your job is apparently bleed, bitch. Sit down and complain how you bleeding on your ass. Shut the fuck up. Get your ass up. It's sitting me out. You know what?
Stop.
I swear to God, I see the snake. I'm gonna kill the snake and I'm gonna eat the snake. I just want to see that motherfucking, like the whole conversation. Cause imagine 900 years after being in the garden, and you got to be outside that garden. And on top of that, like, it's not like their life got any easier. Because what we don't adhere to, nobody adheres to, one of your sons killed the other son. Then that son got banished. Y'all got banished.
We don't even talk about how he actually got banished. Like, did y'all actually find out? Like, we know God found out.
That is a good question.
They never talk about the story of Adam and Eve actually talking to Cain. Like, okay, what happened with your brother? Why'd you disable? Like, what happened? Like, we never talk about how the conversation led to him actually getting banished.
You want to know my truth?
People coming together saying, okay, yes, Cain, you have to.
You want to know my truth? I just thought about.
Nobody talks about that.
You want to know my truth? What I thought about? What I just thought about? I just realized something. Like, in my eyes, like, I'm literally going over that story now. Like, I don't know, because as soon as I say this, it might hit everybody. When I hear that story now and I'm thinking about it, I just kind of put Adam and Eve had to be dead at that time. And they was the two doing the shit, and apparently one was being the whatchamacallit and the other was being this, and yeah, he killed his brother. Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Where were they in that story? And where are they after that story? Then you get onto whatchamacallit them, Abraham and all them shits. But where were they doing that story and where were they after that story? That's what I'm trying. I can read the Bible real quick and check it out myself because I'm not sure. I don't think they was like around. They talk about Cain and Abel, like that's how that Bible goes. The Bible goes so lineology. I'm not sure how much stuff they actually fucking tell. Because the way it skips around, like when you really think about the skips, our brains had to just go ahead and add clips for those skips.
Yeah.
As I read the Bible and go and look at it, I can see why there's a lot of people who just won't go with the Bible. They'll be like, have you read it? Because I read it. I know what I read. I don't know if you know what you read, but I know what I read. I know what you know what you was told and what you believe. And yeah, belief is a real thing. It's not just faith, it's a real thing. But faith and belief is technically two different things. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Most people don't realize it. Believe what you want to believe. Don't make it true. I'm just being realistic. Having faith isn't about having truth or anything like that. Having faith is just like, that's why they mean beyond sight, beyond knowing, beyond this, that, and third. But when you believe it, there had to be some truth or semblance to it. I'm sorry. Think about that. You can have faith that there's goddamn motherfucking emotion behind it. There ain't gotta be no truth behind it. You ain't gotta see a goddamn alien to save nobody's life to believe. So some people really believe. But that's when belief and faith become the same thing and two different things all in the same sense. Because it was already two different things, but they made their beliefs their things. Without a shadow of a doubt, beyond a reasonable whatchamacallit, we don't give a fuck. There has to be something out there, and like, okay, well, that's when you teeter totter upon whatchamacallit. But you can keep out that, and somebody say, I believe you. Yeah, I believe, bro. Do you really though? He believed himself more than you believed him. He said that you just believe, okay, I believe this, you believe it. Now that I can't have faith in. I got faith that you believe that shit, but you ain't gonna convince me that there's something out there.
Stuff, man.
Some little green man walking around in there. I said, yeah, and how do you think the green man feels about that? You're not gonna convince me that there's some black man and some white man and maybe some yellow man, but we're not gonna call them yellow. You're gonna convince me there's a whole other place out there with 3 different colors other than green. What's white? What's black? I can imagine an alien like I can imagine the whole alien society all be looking at each other like we green. And you telling us that there's some white people out there, black people out there, and they all fighting about the same earth and that they not the same thing. They just because they're different colors. We wish we was different colors. We can't discriminate because we can't discriminate. What we gonna discriminate about? Your green is a little greener than mine. Like that's what y'all discriminate about. One said you're lighter than me, the other one said you're darker than me. And I was complaining about the same thing, just an opposite effects. You're white. You're black. You wish and you wish. Shut up. I don't want to be white. Well, y'all are all human. So at any point in time, anybody want to just wake up and say, I'm human and I'm proud, instead of just like, what the fuck I was this right here? What is
don't
this?
get to choose this.
That's the point.
We wake up in this and we learn to live with it, but we don't get to choose what.
Motherfuckers being so happy about being black and white. Okay, you ever be, bitch? Yes, you could. You could be white.
You could be any color that God chooses to make you.
Nah, you could be white because what if everybody was colorblind at one point in time? Fuck is a color? You don't know what you are. You gray black bitch. Well, we could say gray and black, I guess.
Gray, black.
What? I'm being honest. Like, I'm telling you there's some. Okay, so let me put it to you like this. Anybody that got an annoying voice, if people feel like, if you feel like everybody thought your voice was annoying and you feel like your voice is annoying, go date somebody that's deaf. They won't hear it. I swear to God, and you'll still get your person. If you feel like you ugly, blind people are a thing. I'm just saying. There are actual things out there. God made somebody for everybody. Y'all just don't want to see them. I said they can't see you and you over here discriminating. They don't have an option. Imagine how blind people feel. When y'all get the motherfucking choose by sight. Yeah, he's cute. He's this. Blind person gets to walk around. What does he look like? Yeah. I don't like her voice. What? That person can't even hear you say that, so they can't ask you what they sound like. They don't even know to ask a question yet. They can see, so guess what? When you look at them and they look at you and you're like, damn, it's so loud in here. And they looking at you, it's loud? Like I said, we take all things for granted and won't even realize it. Motherfucker get up in the morning and don't even realize somebody can't walk this morning. Somebody can't clap their hands this morning. Somebody can't hear, somebody can't see, somebody can't even speak. Don't take none of the things and the ability shit that you have to do for granted. Because in this same damn world, right here, on this same damn plane, somebody is living a life that you couldn't even fathom. You woke up with 2 arms, you woke up with 2 ears, 2 legs, and this, that, and third, and yet you felt like, I'm supposed to. I say people were born without that shit. What do you tell them? Oh, we already said it, you're a defect. Maybe that was God's way of telling people and stuff like that, hey, excuse me, you're not a defect, you're not this, and Harriet is watching. You're not a defect, you're not this, you're everything but what you gotta be is no. Because maybe, honestly and truthfully, instead of us treating those people like that, we should have put them up on a pedestal. Gave them their awards, gave them everything that they deserve to have from the beginning.
Yeah.
Not push it down, because guess what? We already know kids are cruel and those kids just became adults. And so did those kids that was born with those defects. So when you see a person with a fucked up mouth, when you're an adult and you're looking like, oh my God. Maybe if you was a kid and you would have, these kids would have been put right down. It's not about fucking yourself up and sit down there. It's like they're no different than us. And maybe they could seem like that. It wouldn't be like, oh my God, this and oh my God, that. It'd be more like you're teaching the next generation. That's what happens sometimes. In real life. But you know what happened? When shit like that started happening, either we said somebody was sleeping with somebody's cousins sleeping together, this happening, this, that, and third. We made jokes about it, this, that, and third, because everything that was imperfect, we tried to motherfucking take and blame out. But that was our fuck up. Believe it or not. And I'm about to tell you how it was our fuck up. Because the first imperfection we threw away was goddamn albinos, which ended up getting together and making whites. And most people won't even realize it. They kicked out albinos because they thought they were demons or some shit like that. So every albino child that came in that was motherfucking what you call it. 2 white people can't get together and make a black baby. But 2 black people can get together and make an albino baby, which is about to tell you. No pigmentation. And then that happening is, let's say another baby with no pigmentation or this, that, and third, or even without. The recessive gene might take hold because it already has. So that person, recessive gene, this person, dominant gene, and they motherfucking end up creating something now brand new. And that's where diversities came from and everything like that. But in the middle of those diversities, what you never realized was, yeah, they were supposed to feel, quote unquote, in charge. I mean, technically, you threw them out of their own lineage. Sorry that the white people are running shit now. When you threw the motherfucking Caucasian, when you threw the motherfuckers out, they still had to come back and get theirs. Their lineage, their motherfucking blood right. birthright. Even if somebody in their birthright can't get it, you feel like you ain't got nothing to do with my birthright, because my birthright is just what's yours. Your birthright was apparently taken away from you the moment your skin color was taken away. Or you was born this, or you was born that. All these extra things. Yeah, shit. They say what goes around comes around. Shit. My birthright was taken away from us. There's nothing more than this. But I'm only 26 for that. I didn't even graduate high school. No peas and no crap. I'm just having a conversation. A whole bunch of goddamn randoms in the goddamn world. Random thought processes. Well, this is just how my brain thinks sometimes. I say, my brain uses the capacity of a brain that most people couldn't even fathom. Even you, child.
Every time I pick it up, she just get up and go over this. That's why I'm like, you know what, I can't. I realize around her certain stuff, even certain sounds, they alert her even when she's actually chill. It's like she's too much on guard almost.
No, it's not too much on guard. I like on guard. On guard is perfect. But you don't want. It's scary.
Because even when I saw her actually walking outside by herself, she's actually putting a lot more weight on her leg. Or she can actually stand on this thing right now. Like you can tell like when she actually puts weight on it, because she'll limp with it a little bit, but you can actually tell she's actually stepping on it instead of just hopping like she would before. I feel like we could also probably give her a bath tomorrow. When we do clothes and wash her at the same time.
You missed your thing today.
Oh, what?
Your appointment.
Oh, I did? Did they come by the house?
The appointment. The other aid for your mental health thing.
Yeah, for
After my dentist appointment, you had your appointment.
Yeah, reschedule it again. That's tomorrow. Well, actually, at least my birthday will both come close together. So actually, we'll see now. See now.
A lot.
Like,
Ush, was clap for
huh?
being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes.
Since what? It's good.
I just smoked it. I was speaking it the whole time. Just like that over and see how much time I was talking.
2 hours and 32 minutes. 2 hours and 32 minutes.
2 hours and 32 minutes. That's how much time I just gave you. 2 hours and 32 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Shot you, listen. You heard it. For me, this is my brain. For me, that's one of my biggest faults. I like my works. I like to hear your works too. But I want to see you talk 2 hours and 30 minutes and what you're going to talk about.
Except the Big Bang Theory. I have two theories of my own. What if the Big Bang Theory was also not only a part of God creating everything, but more so say, what if it was also a part of him throwing Satan down? Think about this. Listen, hear me out. Just hear me out. Imagine now. Let's say when he threw us. Listen.
No.
This is.
I know what you're gonna say, but I'm telling you no. Not what happened.
Finish.
I know what you want to finish, but again, that's not what happened.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, it could have. I'll give you your theory, and you can act like I didn't hear it, and then you can still tell your theory. But watch me give you your theory, because I've already heard it. Because when you started speaking on it, I'm going to give you your theory. Only way that happened is, boom. God created the heavens and the earth, right? But he was already created. But when he kicked the Satan out, or whatever the fuck the case may be, when he did all that extra shit, crazy enough, it had to happen simultaneously. He created the heavens and the earth, but in the midst of all of that, he had to kick Satan out before he created the heavens and the earth, to kick him somewhere. And in the Big Bang Theory, like I said, with that happening at the same time, so it happened at bang, earth created. But at the same time, I've already created the angels too and all this stuff. We ain't gonna have this conversation because that's just how time works. And then boom, and the Big Bang actually happened, all in that. In this, that can be an actual way that what you were speaking on happened. Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you were going to try to say. But that's what I said, no and yes, because you got to see the whole bigger picture. Time had to basically stand still, which can't happen because basically, let's say it was a black hole. And then that black hole inverted and it became a supernova and all that extra
That's
shit.
the whole point. There was no time back then. So
But mama, again, you got to realize something. What happened with the, I know what you're thinking, but understandably so, all of that was created at the same time. The only thing that wasn't created at the same time as everything else. What is the oldest thing? I'm sorry, that's too much. I have to ask the question. What is the oldest thing in the world? In the universe? In the galaxy? What is the oldest thing? Even past God. Even past God himself. That's a very interesting theory, and I fucks with it. I like it very much so.
What's your theory?
What? I asked you a simple question. What is the oldest thing in the universe?
Space or darkness? Because God even said before his time there was darkness.
Space nor darkness actually holds anything because light didn't even exist.
I know, but think
so there
about
would be no darkness because everything would be what? It's a word. There is a word.
Blank.
And it, no. Almost, but no.
So what would you call it?
What existed before everything?
Nothing.
What existed before everything?
Nothing.
You said it.
So basically nothing is lost.
Nothing existed. The only thing that was in existence before everything else came into existence. And nothing created everything. And everything was created from nothing. That is how atoms work, that is how everything exists. But it had to be because truth be told, that is the one thing that most people can't seem to
The
understand.
question is, do we go back to nothing when we die?
No, you can't go back to nothing when you die. Unfortunately, you couldn't. Because truth be told, you existed. You couldn't go back to nothing. I mean, you could try your hardest.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't go back to nothing, mama. Unfortunately, you even go back to dust. So even you are laying upon this ground. You technically walking over your ancestors and don't even realize it. The earth, dirt, that's what we're made of. Put them right back in that bitch. When you open up a casket, what's in there? Dirt.
What happens after we die?
That's more for your spirit. Your ethereal form inside of you. Not this body. This carcass is all it is. It's a carcass even now. You are not your.
Now I'm worried about after the fact of when the carcass is done doing its job.
You travel.
What?
You travel, baby. It's not about. It's not doing its job. No. See.
I said when it's done.
It's not. It's never
done.
done. It's never. See, the point of the matter is.
It's meant to.
It's mama. Pull your pants up. I get that, but pay attention to your surroundings all the time. You can do like this or this. Don't pull your pants down. Anyway, if you're what you want, your carcass, your body, that thing that you walk around with, it's only meant to hold you for so long anyway. Even God said 120 years, prosperity life. It's not meant to hold you forever. It's not meant to be something that was supposed to hold you forever. What was it? I mean, this right here exists in time. Time changes everything. Exists in gravity, exists in all that stuff. You wouldn't want a body that, truth be told, couldn't withstand time. That's why God even gives you a brand new one, and one that's like of the right time and everything like that. Because when you die, you want the scientific thing? I'll give it to you scientifically. So the electrolytes in your body,
no, fuck that. I want the other side.
The side fact shit, mama. You're a bunch of fucking electrolytes in your body, motherfucking keeping it motherfucking function. That spirit is just electricity, pure energy running through your body, keeping it motherfucking running and forming. And the only reason your brain and everything is doing what it's doing is because it's technically feeding that energy. Your brain, your body is the process of all that shit, motherfucking making sure it can keep you in class. That's why you use so much. Because when you use this, you're using more energy from your head than you will be doing any type of manual labor and everything like that. Why do you think they say mental comes before physical? Mentally, you can stretch your brain, mentally, you can do a whole bunch of things, and then you get yourself ready for the rest. But if you're not ready for it, you'll already be broken and cracked, because guess what? You've already told your brain that we can't do that. Imagination is one of the strongest things, only because guess what? Anything that we actually put our head to and self to, we can technically. Yeah, there's a reason for that, though. I mean, because literally, everything is new under the sun. We're the ones that made it, and you're the one that came up with the concoction for it, and you stand the third. You got to realize, we had a spark inside of us so different, but so the same like you God. It's a spark of creation. Most people don't even realize they have the spark of creation. I mean, women took the spark of creation into themselves a wholly different way. Actually, no, it's supposed to be two people. Y'all two took the spark of creation and created. But we have a whole different spark of creation as well. But, all these things that you see forming around you. Wow. Who was the first person that said, let me even try this, and third? Why everybody just stay sleeping on the ground? Houses were a natural born. Whatchamacallit?
Someone gave them the thought to think of it.
When this God, yes, and no. It wasn't just about God anymore.
Could have guided them to that thought.
Yes and no. You gotta realize something. Anybody can be guided to a thought, but it's all about who you are, what you're doing that makes you actually adhere to it now. Go through with it. Keep going if you fail. All these extra things. Some people hit failure and stop. Like I said, the reason why there's so many of us sometimes, because we don't even understand. God had to put millions. He said many was called, but few were chosen, and few even came. Because at the end of the day, I put everybody on the world to do something. But out of everybody doing something, that nobody doing nothing, because everybody's stuck doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. What good is that? You're not adding to this motherfucking world. Nor are you leaving anything behind with what somebody already else gave you. When you go sit right here and say, I'm going to work at this show, you didn't add nothing else to the motherfucking world. Yeah, I added Then we have to now break it down for that. We'll break it down for the increments of how many people did you make smile? How many people days did you make? How many things did you do? What else did you do? This, that, and third. To try to add it back up to your which one. We don't have to use some goddamn salvation somewhere. Because everybody gonna need some. Everybody. Shit. I think we're gonna be the first person that needs salvation.
Everybody is, because everybody still needs mercy.
They said the devil ain't about. He said the devils and everybody else need Will Short to bow. I ain't saying I'm the devil. Whatever he said, everybody.
Said everybody's niche shall bow.
Every single person.
We're all gonna.
Well, I already did my bow. I was about 1,000 million trillion zillion times.
We need to bow down.
Girl, bowed. I've just been bowing down, bowing out, bowing down. Actually, I done bowed so much that I think I became the hunchback of Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, fuck it. And I can't come up no more, but I don't mind. I'm going to be stuck in this forever bowing position. I just want you to know I am very much humbleized.
You know, it's funny. I feel like you would be stuck in that position and your body would just feel so calm and peaceful. And you'd be asking, you know what, why do I feel like this right now? And God be like, this is me. And you'd be like, you know what, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Harriet, just listen to my bullshit 24/7.
It's not bullshit.
My bullshit is your bullshit. Your bullshit definitely can't be my bullshit. What?
I am not that bad as far as bullshit goes.
Yeah, you kind of wrong. Your bullshit be my bullshit. We ain't gonna make it out no bullshit.
So stop.
If my bullshit your bullshit, we might can make it out the bullshit. Your bullshit is my bullshit. I don't know nothing about this bullshit, y'all. It's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna believe me. It's gonna up and leave me. Yes. Then say it. You have to say it. Your face say it. Yes.
I wasn't gonna up and leave.
It looked like you was gonna up and leave.
I was already standing up. I just left.
So instead of just up and leaving, you just left.
Yeah, you sit up and leave. I wasn't going up and away. I'm Superman, but I'm not Superman like that. I wish I was. Up and away. And actually, the longest, the actually, you're wrong about the person that lived the longest.
Oh.
Methuselah lived the longest, and he's still alive. Technically, he never died. He actually just got charted and carried away to heaven.
What do you mean you got charted?
Okay, since you got sent chariots down for that matter, took him up there, and Methuselah never died. I know about the Bible more than most people think. I have a lot of intricate details about that Bible. People say I'm a religious, you know. And I'm like, is it?
It's not. Why would it be? It's supposed to be.
Have you read the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Let me explain something to you. Nobody that was technically good got a good life.
They got good life.
Life, even, let me explain something to you.
It just came with hardships.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you think about that for 2 seconds. No life came without hardship. No life.
They were good lives. They were just hardship lives.
Mama, you know what a good life would be? One where Adam actually was the first nigga to smack a bitch. What? I'm just
Violence
thinking.
was not a part of God's world.
Violence was always a part of God's world. When he kicked the devil out of heaven,
That was
did he care how-
violence.
Let me explain something to you.
That was not violence.
Let me explain something to you.
That was not violence.
Oh, okay. Now this is where I bring this back to my what happened when the devil got kicked out.
Okay.
And mix it with a little science as well, because I'm always doing that. When the devil got kicked out, that's when all the goddamn motherfucking dinosaurs died.
It's not violence. We couldn't survive with dinosaurs.
That's a lie. We were actually surviving with dinosaurs.
That was the ancient.
Mama, those are our ancestors. That's what it was.
They could.
No. You don't even get the worst violence about that, Mama.
Yeah.
If you thought that was less violent than anything like that, that right there took off half the oxygen in the world. That right there took out most of the trees in the world. That right there killed off so much you could almost say 3/3 of the planet without even being 3/3 of the planet. Because truth be told, most of the planet died when he hit this motherfucker, what you call it? That comet, bitch. Call it the comet, call it him. If you want to go by what you call it, he was the comet. That motherfucker snatched out the world. You say we couldn't live? Let's talk about this. It took us forever to kill them damn dinosaurs, and that motherfucker took all of them out. Where do you think we went? It wasn't on the ground, baby. We died with the dinosaurs too. He didn't just knock that off, he knocked everybody off.
Not everybody.
Sure.
I watched something. I watched it. There
Sure.
are
So when we we just gonna say it for what it is. Thanos. He Thanos the world. He did. He snapped him with this one. He snap to it, motherfucker. You ever seen somebody get thrown off and kill her? And he threw off that motherfucker. He threw that nigga right out there. Nigga hit the whatever else all I eat. Girls all that. Shit, we done had meteors fall and they ain't even fall. Imagine that. That's why I keep trying to explain to people. Meteors fall from the motherfucking sky all the time. But that meteor apparently fell from the sky and blew up half the earth. What was different about that meteor and this one? One fell from a very higher place than the other ones. Way, way higher. Stupidly high. But if you go by real science, that type of impact, it would have to be from such a way, and the gravity force pull. What the fuck pulled it towards our whatchamacallit? First off, it should have burnt up in our ass. Coming that fast from all the way out there, it should have burnt up before it touched the ground, but it didn't. And it was still that big. You know that when they motherfucking whatchamacallit, it's almost like he basically would have knocked off half the moon, and we already know if half the moon get hit into the earth, we're dead. But that's basically what happened. Because no, what really happens is it still hits the earth.
Cascades.
The first Hiroshima wasn't Hiroshima, it was that. Well, I mean, realistic, we didn't need a nuclear bomb, we had meteorites. Hiroshima was actually very much down. When you look at Hiroshima and you look at that, you can actually make Hiroshima look small.
Or Chernobyl.
And then put it towards the first motherfucking explosion on the world. The first true explosion in the world took off all of it, pretty much. Most of it. And then you had to make it rehabitable. Because truth be told, it didn't just take off all the, you literally see all the stuff and yeah, everything like that. What was water? That was non-existent. Actually, the reason why water might have came, even if you go by the scientific thing, is because of the heat and the whatchamacallit and all of that stuff actually combined and it caused the water molecules to come to.
Right after that.
That's what happens because when you cause that much whatchamacallit, and also what happened with the Ice Age. I'll tell you what happened with the Ice Age. Biggest stupid shit was when that happened. What happens? Shit burns. Then it goes up, and you did the first blackout in the world. First blacked out, block out the sun. Makes everything cold. Everything drops below temperature, it all freezes. Yep. I mean, I don't know why people just can't think like this. It's like a simple thought process. Like, just think about it. After it burned up and everything like that, you send the first ashes up into the air, and of course, when you do have a blackout, especially that type of blackout, that type of burning and everything like that, of course, should it be worldwide, and it'd be big enough, even if it don't cover the world, it's big enough to what? Cover the continent, like it did. And that was the continent that covered, and it froze everything. Even now, you can still find dinosaurs in ice. Because that's one of the first places that they motherfucking end up having to be, which is crazy. Some got frozen there, some got stuck there, all these extra things. And it is what it is. You probably could still find a live dinosaur somewhere. No kissing, no cat. Baby girl. I believe that there's probably, like, what they say, the whole island and shit like that. No, I don't give a fuck with nobody acting right. There's so much shit untouched out here in this world that we can't see, we haven't been to, and we just don't know about.
If they're calling dire wolves, I feel like they have dinosaurs.
Mama, they're creating stuff. And that's the bullshit to me. Y'all are creating stuff that's taking off the natural stuff that's already here. You don't need to do that, because what you're stupidly doing is splicing shit together that you don't know about. Yeah, sure, you're splicing this and this together.
You know how big a dire wolf will get?
No, it's not even about that. You see, what you don't realize is, since you're splicing things together, what you're intermittently doing is making species
that don't exist.
No, fuck all that. You're making species that now can technically maybe start to intermix themselves naturally. These don't naturally mix because they never had to naturally. But when you took and unnaturally mixed these things, that became a part of their evolution. Now I might be able to evolve into anything. Humans don't think about what they do before they do. They just do stuff because they're like, let me try this. And I'm like, yeah, are you stupid? Because it might not affect you. It might not do anything for us. But then that's when you're inviting other things into a whole ecological system. Like people will literally splice some shit, then they'll put it back out into the eco. Why? Because first off, you never do that. If you're going to create something, please leave it in the environment that you created it in and watch it for years. The rest of your life, actually. Maybe your kid's life and the kid's life after that. So we can know the exact movements, just then and third. Don't put it out there like we did with the whales and shit, then having to come back and recapture them just to figure out how did they affect whatchamacallit, because that's the other next thing you have to figure out. What happens when I introduce this into an ecosystem that's already technically ecologized? You have now just destabilized that ecosystem. You don't even know how, because you just brought something into this bitch that wasn't supposed to be. And it pisses me off that the world don't understand shit like that. But whatever. This is just the world we live in. We were just born in it.
No, that's what I said. I feel like that actually have to. Oh, sorry. Like, burning my eyes. Bad. Burning my eyes. Bad. That is better. That's better. I can't lie, that's better. No, but that's why I said, like, even with me, if I did want to actually start passing certain laws with the FDA as far as getting certain plants, vegetables. You okay? I was trying to tell them that basically I was thinking about getting like certain plants or even certain crops actually grown over here in our state, but the problem is we can't actually get stuff like certain plants like that grown over here in our state, or even export certain animals, sadly, because of the main fact of it might affect our ecosystem. Like, in better terms, the lion's main jellyfish, or the lion's main fish, or the sea lion fish, something like that. That fish in particular is a very bad ecosystem fish. It messes up the coral. It kills off all the fish. Huh?
The blue ball?
Blue ball?
I had Dave one of them, balls, yesterday.
It's in there in the laundry room. Oh, because I was going to say, I know the blue bowl's right here. The other one's in there. Okay. But, yeah, so basically what they do is they'll come to the environment. They actually will do good for a little bit. If there isn't food, they'll find food, but they populate very quickly. So I would say a female could lay her eggs within 12 weeks. But they're hatching by literally a week and a half. She can lay them within 12 weeks, but they're hatching within a week and a half.
Yeah, and see, that's the biggest issue.
And then there's too many of them, they start to overpopulate. And
yeah, issue because, okay, so
they
the
mess
first
up
one,
the coral, and not only the coral, but they take off. I was trying to talk, I'm still talking to you.
I'm telling you what happens.
Yes.
You got to understand the process of that. I know what you're saying, but you got to still break that down just a little bit more. And the first one, you said, what was the time increments? 12 weeks, right?
Yes, for
but they
like
hatch
kids.
in a week.
Yeah, a week.
How many did she have?
A lot.
How many can one mom have?
I would say at least 160.
And that's the biggest problem right there. Because it might take
Now
12
all of
weeks.
them make it to adulthood.
That's cool.
Most of
But
them do.
that's the biggest. That's why it was such an overpopulation. One brought apparently 160. Maybe not all of them motherfucking matter. But what happens is 12 weeks later, those 160 had their babies. Then it took a week for all of those babies to hatch. Then all of those babies 12 weeks later had their babies. It's what I mean by you have to motherfucking be careful of what you invite to the ecosystem. That's all I meant. Like, I know what you were saying, but that's why I said before you get there, you gotta really understand why it went so wrong so fast.
No,
Because when we introduced one, one turned into
the coral actually helps the fish as far as having homes, actually giving them food and everything like that. Even algae, as far as keeping the reef safe, they even harm that stuff. So it made it where, like in the Pacific Ocean, they had to make it where anytime they see them, they kill them in the Pacific Ocean. Now they sadly killed them because it's like you're harming this
they're not
part.
harming.
You can't be here. We have to actually put you in an ocean where you can't actually make the ecosystem thrive instead of taking from it.
Well, then they shouldn't kill them. Remove them and then put them in the right natural habitat. It's their fault. It's not their fault that somebody else was dumb enough to create them and then put them out.
Yeah.
And not know what their natural habitat should be.
Or their currents. Sometimes storms. Sometimes storms can actually drift fish and animals to places they shouldn't be in, environments they shouldn't actually be in because of a storm.
Mama, let me explain something to you. Them fish wasn't supposed to be in the environment, period. I get what you mean. But we all seen the movie, right? Mufasa.
Yeah.
And what happens when you introduce a motherfucking lion to the non-environment and this, that, and third. What's your hand? Whatever takes the other. No, big, there's a reason why, Mama. A lot of people don't realize this.
Our world for animals is literally like Zootopia. They're all in their own habitat. We're even our own animal. We just don't realize it. But it's exactly like Zootopia. You got the people here, you got the motherfuckers there, you got this, that, and the third, and they don't mix because, truth be told, they can't technically survive outside of the habitat. That's what the habitat zones were about in Zootopia. It wasn't about keeping them separate. It was about literally these animals survive in this habitat. These animals survive in this habitat, and these animals survive in this habitat. You can't go to this habitat and necessarily
That's
survive.
why she made the laws, because she realized some were too hot, some were too cold, and she wanted all the animals to be able to live in their own habitat to still survive.
And even if they intermixed or intermingled, she had to figure out the perfect way to do it without them even realizing how much semblance and how much goddamn control and balance she had to bring upon each, yes, I realized that with just watching the world and shit like that. Like I said, the biggest issue was we became the dominators. And right now we're technically living in a zebra's home or a deer's home or whatever the fuck the case may be. Because there's somebody out there in Africa who stole their motherfucking Washington property. And we're right here, we stole the deer's hand, and we always talk about, we see deer. Technically, deer see us. So let me explain something to you.
They do. That is true. They do.
We are animals, America. If you're a human being, you're America to animals. You are the United States and you came and planted your flag wherever they motherfucking said. And you told the animal it had no rights to be there. And then you ate it. Killed it and ate it, hunted it for sport. Made a fun thing about it.
It's not fun. But it's still a life.
I mean, realistic. You stole its motherfucking life. You stole its land. You stole everything about it. Then you motherfucking told it. And now that I see you here, you look good too, because guess what? I already got this land, but I do need something else. You look like food. You look like nutrition. Then you started killing them off. Then we just chose which animal we want to kill off or not.
That's sad, like that picture.
Well, that's actually not the truth.
Where you draw the line between the dogs,
they
the
never
cats,
drew the line.
the bunny, all the way to the cow, the
Actually,
pig.
I'm sorry, Mama. They never drew the line. That's the biggest issue.
Everything goes.
You
Where
see,
you draw the line.
Hey, hold up. See, let me fix that for you. It was only where to draw the line at what you eat. not what you kill, because they kill them all. That's why we won't kill some of them now, because they end up being endangered, because they were hunted for sport so much that where do you draw the line? Endangerment. When they get to be endangered, that's where we'll draw the line. Fuck it, we can't kill no more. We can actually count them on our hands now, and that's not good. Only draw the line at endangerment.
You should have drew the line well before that.
How would you know they were going to go in danger when you wasn't thinking about that, when you were just hunting them this, that, and third?
You should have been thinking about that, because you should have known how many there were.
How could you? That's like asking me how many grains of sand is on the beach. Until somebody actually decided to take all the grains of sand and put it somewhere else, that's what happened, mama. They started killing off the grains of sand. Then somebody said, damn, there's not that much sand on the beach anymore. Then somebody said, oh, damn, we should probably stop stealing the sand from the beach. Trying to make our own little beaches everywhere else. They might notice.
You already know this.
Yeah, and that's when they started doing other things, like, which was stupid to me. Like, I'm like, why take and put them into a smaller habitat and then say we're saving them? I say, how about take them, put them into a very big habitat and let them go run off? No, we're going to save them right here and just have these. I say, and the rest of them out there in the world
are free.
I say, you should natural selection and natural thing, law is the thing. The only thing that was unnatural was us.
We are.
Stop being killers and stop shooting shit. And motherfucker, they will naturally go back to being what the fuck they were gonna be in the first place.
That naturally hunt for their food. Switch by the escape.
And of course, no, but they can't anymore. Unfortunately, mama, how? We're taking their land. Like I said, you're doing it in people's faces, and you gotta do it in the animal faces too now. You're doing what? You take their land, and then you say we're saving them. I say, yeah, you gotta save them from us, not even from themselves. When did you see an animal list war? Like, well, you do. We're the war against animals. If vegans and people want to stand up for animal rights, I say, bro, we just need to stand up and say, stop the war on animals. And people be like, we're not warring animals. I say, sure. So they're endangered, they're this, they're. You'll be able to count almost every species on the hand. And the ones that you don't have to count is the ones that they're just sitting right here and growing in the factory for you to eat. Yeah, for their ivories and their motherfucking tusks. You could have just cut out, but how hard was it? No, you can't just cut out the tusk because you think an elephant. My man, you think an elephant was gonna let you walk up to it and cut off its tusk?
No, you would have to.
You would have had to kill it first and all this extra shit, which ain't necessarily true. I mean, hear me out. I'm about to give a music idea for anybody who might goddamn want to start back on ivory and make it where it wouldn't be illegal. Raise an elephant. Shave his tusk off. Literally, shave his tusk off. And when you raise it from your nose. Cut that motherfucker off at the proper time. Shave it. Just like I do with all that extra shit.
Yeah, be straight. You don't have the actual piece you want without actually doing anything inhumane.
What would be inhumane? Probably to remove the goddamn tusk from the elephant. I'm not saying it would hurt them. Genuinely so. I mean, but it's better than killing them. It was better than killing them. I said, but that was an idea from back in the day. They can't hear this and it won't happen. They've already killed them, and it's already motherfucking very illegal to hunt elephants. Yeah, so no, it wouldn't happen. But but hunting elephants, you know, that is illegal. But if somebody raised an elephant, I'm not sure how illegal that might be. Raising an elephant and then taking what you call it, but people can make problems about that because they'll be like, well, that it can be technically seen as inhumane. I say, but they used to kill the motherfuckers for they just cut whatchamacallits off and just that there. I feel like a lot of things can be inhumane. I don't know who told anybody that the horse couldn't feel nothing when y'all put them shoes in it. Y'all just said
they can.
Y'all said they can. Some people say they can. They say it's so thick there right now. I say, okay, that's cool and stuff like that. I say, but let me nail something into you, and I'm just gonna see how you feel about it. Do you sound
when they don't let animals actually have sex with each other?
Huh?
Like horses and cows, they don't really let them do it all the time.
No, they'll take the experiment.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of stupid too.
It's like, let them naturally do it. If they were in nature, they would naturally do it. Think about it. If they were in nature, they would naturally do it.
Yeah, but see, the biggest problem, that's why I keep trying to explain to you with humans.
Yeah, but we don't need natural. Natural don't always happen. We need now because we want cows and we need you to get pregnant.
No.
And he's the bull. Mama, unfortunately, you gotta understand. They turned this into cattle. Actually, I can use that cattle. They turned it into cattle. Literally, they made it into a thing, a source of money. And my money needs to grow. And meaning that, hey, look. Yes, I got this one cow. I got these 2 cows. I got these 3. But I need to become more. I need to stay. I need 100 cows. And that's just to start off because now I need 100 more cows. I need 100 girl cows, 100 boy cows, so we can go ahead and get all these motherfuckers pregnant. And we're going to do this too. Now I got a milk factory. Now I got a beef factory and all this stuff. But you don't realize I can't really start the beef factory yet because I only got 200 cows. And I need them cows to go ahead and get pregnant and start doing that. I'm going to start a beef factory, small one, cutting up and sitting it there in the day. But again, if I take 2 cows away, I need 4 cows coming to me. If I take 4 cows away, I need 8 cows coming to me. Before I decide to call this a business, that's why I say people have to understand how shit became. That's why it is what it is today. You gotta worry about chickens. We farm on them. What's the motherfucker steroid grown in the motherfucking lab today? And it's okay.
But you shouldn't have to put so much energy into it or stuff into it to actually make the chicken grow to the size that you
Mama, they do all of that stuff because they can't seem to adhere to the natural laws of shit. They so money ground and this, that, and third. Everybody want to talk about Trump. I say Trump is just a motherfucking product of the environment. So he just understood how to capitalize on it as well. Wasn't a bad guy. He just understood how to capitalize on shit. Nah, for real. Mama, let me explain something to you. If they really wanted to help us instead of all this extra shit, teach people how to raise their own motherfucking shit. Make their own farm. Make that something in school where they learn how to actually do fruits and shit like that. Start putting that back into the world. Sending seeds out to the school. I'm talking about you can send 1 seed for every child. Make it a motherfucking project once. Just in 1 grade, simply alone. I don't give a fuck what grade it is. Most likely middle school. Because that's the best one to do it. And elementary. Actually, if you do it elementary and middle school, you will be the ones and middle and high school. You do it elementary, middle school, and high school, and you do it in college. That's 4 times. I do it like this 4. And you motherfucking make it where you plant different things in each school. First you have your motherfucking kids, motherfucking parents help. So you might have them help you with some motherfucking flowers or some shit. Who the fuck knows? The quickest and easiest thing. But all of those things you're teaching your child how to do agriculture, you're teaching them how to do motherfucking gardening, all these extra things. People said, how do we solve world hunger? Teach them how to garden. Teach them how to motherfucking whatchamacallit. I say this, if you really wanted to stop world hunger, send people free seeds. Most people won't even use them. They'll throw them away. But you might have some people who decides, let me get this free seed that I can motherfucking just plant it and see what I can do with it. Get your own food. You get your own motherfucking whatchamacallit. Yes, it's work. Yes, it's going to take time. You got to follow the instructions. But let me show you something about this society that we live in now. One person, just one. Here's another business idea for you people in the background. Make a seed organization where you send seeds out to people's houses everywhere with instructions. In this viral day and age, people will plant that shit just because and record themselves planting it. In this viral day and age, you can change it everything that you want to do. Shit, if you just put it in people's mailboxes for free. You take the expense of saying, I'm going to send it out to everybody, and it's going to be for free. How would you cultivate your seeds? I don't fucking know. Buy apples every day. Buy lemons and motherfucking whatchamacallit, the non-seedless ones. Make sure you save your seeds. And you can get it like that. You spend your money, keep your money, and then motherfucking give those bitches out. Who the fuck knows?
That's really actually really easy as long as you actually have the right type of soil.
Shit, if you wanted to, I even give you one better. Make a business card. Take a little packet, because that's all you need, just a little packet with a business card on there. Take the motherfucking thing. So now what your business card is going to have is going to have a motherfucking QR code on it. With that QR code, it's going to have a whole bunch of goddamn, not much, it's just going to have your social, it's going to have all this. But when they scan that QR code is going to take them straight to a video. And the video is going to be like, hey, you received these seeds, and this is exactly how you need to plant these seeds that you just received.
If you want to try and plant these seeds for yourself and see how to bring your own at-home garden or at-home dish to yourself, here's what you do. And you put like 4 or 5 seeds in there. You put simple seeds in there. So like you say, you start out maybe watermelon seeds so they can plant on the ground. Maybe some motherfucking corn seeds. Who the fuck knows? Anything. But you tell somebody start out with one. Why? Because when you start out with one, all you need to give somebody is 1 seed. Now you also put a guarantee on there and a non-guarantee. There's no guarantee that these seeds will sprout, guys, because unfortunately you never know what seeds are good and what seeds are bad.
Because that doesn't actually sprout, you still have to work.
No, see, because unfortunately if they don't get the fruit, they don't get the seeds. But that's okay. Because see, when you're giving them out for free, can't nobody paid for it.
Oh.
As long as nobody paid for it and you don't waste your money, it was just in your mailbox. And if you decide to do it, I also put a big ass disclaimer and a big ass claimer as well. Because the claimer is if this works out, you now have the start to your motherfucking whatchamacallit. All you need is 1 watermelon. One watermelon, you can now get the rest of the sheets. Then you'll be able to have a watermelon patch. And then if you want to be you can now be the man on the motherfucking block selling the watermelon patch.
Sounds good.
Now the only thing I wouldn't send out is tree seeds.
Why not?
You can send out tree seeds, but unfortunately, babe, sending out tree seeds, you're better off sending out gardening seeds, like stuff like anything that's gonna grow in the garden. Tree seeds, what does it gotta grow first? What does the tree have to grow first?
Oh, this thing.
The tree.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, the tree.
The whole tree gotta grow. And how long does it might take a tree to grow?
Oh, yeah, some years.
Yes.
It takes years and years.
Yes. So you have to think about it as simple as this, mama. You don't give out tree seeds because unfortunately the tree seeds will take too long to grow. But what you do is, for every person that literally you plant a tree for them. I don't even fuck who it is. You just plant a tree for them. You say, hey, if you got this far in the video, because of things, so not everybody's gonna get to the video. So not everybody's gonna know how to tree. But if you got this far in the video, we did go ahead and plant a tree in your name. We technically don't know who you are because you can send stuff to anybody, wherever they are. That's the crazy part about stuff. You can get people's address and just send shit to people, which is weird. But you can do. You can't. If you have somebody's address, you can just send shit to them. But, yeah. I mean, we already planted a tree in there. You technically didn't know who you were, understand that if you wanted to come plant your tree or not. Because most people most likely won't. But you have something to do. If you wanted to come plant your tree, you can come plant your tree. And we will help you safely transport it from here to there. What will most likely happen is you'll end up with a motherfucking grove of trees that are fruit trees, which is okay. And there's a business plan. You know what a grove of fruit tree means?
It's a question. Did the person buy a grove of fruit trees or just a regular tree?
You said, will a person buy a grove of fruit trees?
Did the person buy a grove of fruit trees or just a regular tree?
Baby, you neither. They trusted a plan and I motherfucking planted a tree in their name and if they wanted the tree. And because unfortunately most people will get left behind and most people leave stuff behind and actually try to claim it or anything like that. You'll have a grove of fruit trees. And you'll never run out of money because guess what? Everybody and their mama needs to eat. I'm giving people motherfucking shit that'll help them last for the rest of their life, not just some of it.
I just a piece of
Mama, all you gotta do is just grow fruit, and then once you grow fruit, that nigga that's selling shit on the motherfucking watermelon, on the motherfucking road, yes, his business is going on the watermelon, but shit, people gonna buy that shit. The upgrade of his business was the person that got off the road and then said, I'm going to wholesale these to the goddamn whatchamacallit, to the stores. He said, I'm a full sell these, not wholesale these. You see, full sell because I get the full sell of each motherfucking watermelon I decide to sell. Girl, you're going cross-eyed.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Just that. I apologize. I am getting a little tired and I don't know why. And I am actually listening to you. It's just my brain is taking in so much.
If that's your brain, imagine how mine's feeling. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't do nothing like that. I just have the information and apparently shit others down. Yeah. I got lots to talk about and lots to share. But nobody to technically share it with because guess what? I'm trying to share it to one person that can't even motherfucking fathom the fact that that was a drop in a river. Wasn't even a drop in the river. It was technically a drop in the ocean. Not even a drop in the ocean. That was a drop in the sky. Well, if one drop falls from the sky, who felt it? Who knows? Not a single person, but one drop from the sky, who felt it? One drop that fell from the sky that everybody felt it. The one that God dropped from the sky and cracked the bird.
But when he did that was different. That was a different type of. Well, that was a different type of rock.
It was a tear. Cried for a sight.
It wasn't actually. It wasn't a situation like the flood. It wasn't. It actually came from that.
What?
Tear.
Everything else from God. If you thought the flood didn't come from God,
No, I know
that was
came
God
from-
doing this. Fuck.
He didn't say fuck us. He just said.
He didn't?
He said
God didn't
let's
say-
start new.
That was fuck him.
He said let's start new.
Mama, that was fuck him.
He said let's start new.
God said fuck them.
He said we're gonna start new.
And let me show you how much he said fuck them. He said, I ain't gonna piss on you and come around. I'm pissing on you and let you know it's piss because you never knew what rain was. Now you're gonna know what rain is because when I'm done with y'all, I'm
Chavez.
gonna put a bow in the sky. Y'all gonna say rainbow.
He wrong as fuck for
God was
that. It was his apology.
God was the first Neptune. God was the first whatchamacallit. What's the word I'm looking for? Poseidon? Yeah, God was the first Poseidon.
Yeah, it's just a percent.
No, Poseidon. God had already been Zeus. He had already caused thunder and lightning. But you know what he said? They ain't never seen motherfucking waters before. Apparently they ain't never seen waters before. So then he said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fuck with him. He said, I'm gonna fuck with him. He said, who y'all do? Moses. I know they don't like your bitch yet. It wasn't Moses. Who was it? Noah. Yeah, bitch. And I know they don't like you. Especially don't like you. They gonna think you crazy as hell, Noah. But go ahead. Tell them about this water, this precipitation that's supposed to form in the sky, come from clouds, and fall down on the ground. And tell them that it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be for 40 days. And you explain it to them in such a good way, but you do it like a raving man, lunatic running around the ground. We gotta build a 40-inch boat, and we gotta get all the animals, and we gotta motherfucking get on there, and there's gonna be water climbing from the sky. And everybody looking at him like, nigga, what is water?
Calm down.
Nope.
Calm down.
We gotta go. We gotta get all these animals.
Boy, you've been screaming this for the past 3 years, and it still has not happened.
Exactly, and that was the biggest problem.
Calm down.
And see, Noah had a vision. And see, that was the biggest problem with Noah. Noah had a real vision. And in his vision, all the stuff that he shot, he was trying to tell the world, change the world, make the world a better place. Nobody would listen to that. Chef, he might be his family, but that was barely because Noah gave him a chance. He said, bitches, if y'all don't get on this damn boat, I ain't about to be on this damn boat going like a raving man to sit by myself. They looking at him like, Noah, you already a raving lunatic by yourself. You don't need nobody else help for that, honestly and truthfully. You building a 40 cubic by cubic boat. Where the fuck did you get the wood, Noah?
We had help with the animals.
No, see, that was Noah on the whatchamacallit. See, the animals showed up after. This man was doing dumb work. You know what type of faith that gotta look like? The faith Noah had that it was gonna rain. I know for a fact that if it wasn't gonna rain, he built the first boat mansion. I mean, that man built the mansion now. He did. He said, nah, I'm gonna build my own mansion. He said, but this mansion is supposed to be a mansion on the waves.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I know y'all don't know what waves is yet. That's how I know it's like. It's gonna be a mansion on the waves. And I know y'all don't know what waves is yet. That's gonna come with the flooding waters and everything like that.
And that's how they started looking at him. You see, because when he first was talking about the mansion and shit, then they was like, okay, great. Then he started talking about waves and water and stuff that didn't exist yet.
No water. To the water, no.
What is this water bullshit you keep talking about?
No.
You said that shit that you drinking?
No.
Right, and I'm so confused. If they didn't know what water was and shit, what was they drinking before?
They knew what water was. They just didn't believe that it
They
was
didn't know
gonna
rain. No,
flood.
they
I don't
never
think
knew
they knew
rain.
rain.
And honestly,
So when Noah kept talking about it, they looked like, nah, we've never seen that.
but how did it flood?
We've never seen that.
That's a good question. Oh, never mind. That's how it flooded. It rained.
Yeah.
But
All those days, non-stop rain, not even stopping. The hard rain just going.
40 days and 40 nights of fucking rain?
And going.
Mama, 40 days and 40 nights of fucking rain? What would I do? I'd go out and collect buckets and buckets of it, and it'd just be heavy as hell. I'd be like, Lord, you knew we was in the drought. Specifically us. Everybody else mad. I'm sitting here like, y'all water not off. My water is off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It scared me for a second. What's that?
40 days and 40 nights of water seem like free water. Everybody should go out here and catch this free water. Fuck a bill.
Exactly.
You should tell me. If it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, I'm telling the motherfucking water company, turn my water off this month. 40 days and 40 nights, turn it off this month. Motherfucking thing out there every single time. 40 days and 40 nights, turn the water off. What? I don't know. Shoot, God is providing.
So what happens when the water starts to rise?
I'm gonna go talk to Noah about making that boat. You know what I'm saying? Noah, you wanna teach me how to make a boat? Because I mean, if I start now, I might be able to make a good enough boat within 10 days. If I wait 20, that's 20 days of water. I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive it. But in 10 days, I might be able to make a decent enough boat. It's gonna be like a little canoe. Damn, I should have got on that boat. You know, I'm about to go over here and I'm about to start swimming through puddles. No, bring your ass down. Y'all just didn't hear about me. I escaped on the edge of the boat. I might not have got in the boat.
It's too late. No, it's not.
No, he wasn't. I swear to God, I threw an anchor and everything else. Bitch, I swam like an Olympic goddamn motherfucker, what you call it. And yes, I grabbed onto the edge of the boat. 40 days and 49, I was holding on to the edge of the boat. Y'all don't believe me. When they said, where was you at in the story? I said, I was the nigga hanging on to the side of the boat, outside the boat. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just holding on.
Yeah, I was holding on. They said, well, what you eat? Fish? And that water was surely cold too. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was warm, then it was cold. I felt like I was freezing, but then it warmed up again. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
How did you sleep?
I holding on to the boat. I didn't let that motherfucker go. I wasn't like Jack. I didn't nobody was Jack ain't gotta move over for shit. Ain't nobody holding on to the boat but me.
So what happened when the boat sped up? What happened?
I held on even tighter. What did she say? Yeah, I didn't know he made a speedboat out this bitch. Somebody when it sped up.
Yeah.
And started catching up the fucking wind. Started talking to the guy, hey guy, it seems like you're pushing the boat. Like with the winds and the water. My hand is trying to slip off. I know you're not trying to make me die, is you, Lord? I said I know I'm not in the boat, but I'm outside. I'm holding on to the boat. Like I did my big one and grab on. Even if I didn't get on the boat, I grabbed on the outside of the boat. Yeah, I'm difficult sometimes. They be like, that's the boat. And she didn't know. And I look back and I look back. That might have been the boat. Let me go jump over here. Y'all the only one that act like it gotta be. They say tomorrow it might be too late. I told you today might be the time I swim like an Olympic motherfucking athlete. What's that nigga name? Philip? What's his name? Michael Phelps. Yeah, that nigga ain't got shit on me. I taught him how to swim.
Swimming. Athletes. Like Peterson boat.
Knock it up. It's the one that's swung like a dolphin.
I know, but you know, symbol is the fastest track athlete.
We were talking about swimming. When you talking about Usain Bolt.
I said I didn't know who's the fastest swimming person. Only person I know that's fast like this. Usain.
I mean, yeah, I ran like him too.
So you ran like him to actually get to the water.
I was doing a triathlon.
Swam like
yeah.
what's it called to get to
You ain't
the
never heard
boat.
like the triathlon? You gotta run, you gotta do that, then you gotta hop on. Yeah, I did all that shit.
So ran, swim, boat.
But you want to know the bullshit about that? This nigga made it 42 weeks thinking I couldn't even knock on the door. I was sitting here knocking on the door. I've been knocking on the door for 40 days. You know when he opened that bitch up? He opened up a window at the top and he let a bird out. I swear to God, that nigga did. And I was sitting here looking for the bird. Bird ain't come back. I was like, as soon as the bird come back, I'm gonna yell at Noah and tell him to let me in. I was asleep when the bird came back. Yeah, I fucked myself up. I woke up the next time he was letting another bird out. I'm like, alright. And I don't think that bird came back, yeah. Or it did. The first one must have brought back a twig, because I think the second one stayed where it was at. Yeah, some shit. I don't know. Some shit like that. But, we made it to land. You know what I seen? I seen this nigga open up the doors and a whole bunch of animals came out and shit. I was confused as fuck. Lions, tigers, and bears over. I swear to God, I was just like, what the fuck is this?
It was all the insects that God has ever made on this earth.
Yeah, and I just
one of each.
Yeah,
two of each.
Yeah, one male, one female. Yeah, and I just went out there and I was just looking and I was like, I want to go talk to Noah family, but they already seen it. I got to go out here and live in the wilderness. I was just fucked up all around. You ever live in the water, then have to go live in the wilderness? I was fucked up. I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I like how you try to act like you got shit. Like you purposely wait till I'm talking and I'm just like, she's like,
I don't wait till you talk.
I stopped talking, her eyes pop open. I was listening. I was imagining what you were saying. Like, the imagination was imagining. I imagined so much, I dreamed it. I dreamed about that. Yep, I felt it in my dreams. You know, I seen you holding on to the boat. I felt it. I seen you holding on the boat.
Because I really dreamt something like that. Shut up. I really be listening to you. But when I'm really tired like this at times, I be listening, but I be listening so well, it's like, it's just
You know how many people have told me, I went to sleep, y'all. You know, you went to sleep with me. That's the issue. Tired of this shit, grandma. Am I not boring?
You're not boring.
My heart hurt.
You're interesting, but you have such a calming voice at times. Like, dead ass. Like, you can literally talk somebody into a very soft relaxation.
And then I'm calling a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get soft and sometimes you get bitch. It is balance, equalization. You can't get soft and sleep every single time. I need to wake and woke. Maybe we throw out a couple of bitches and shit. We have a motherfucking conversation with Joyce. Harriet said I'm boring her.
You're not boring me. I never said that. I would very much respect if you had words like that.
I would very much respect if you were going to shoot me my
Shut up!
One white woman respected each other.
Shut fuck you!
You go to sleep? I was like, I say, well, you did this one. I would respect. I would respect if I wasn't getting slept on. You know what I'm saying?
Chuck,
literally, physically, mentally, all very
you're
close.
not getting slept on, baby. You're just very calm. You really are.
Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna let her go to sleep. I'm gonna let this woman do her big one and go night night for the night. And I gotta sleep. I'm gonna let this woman do her big one and go night night for the night. And bonjour. Problem is,
We can still get up and make some. We can and we will, and I will. How about that?
I'm about to go for my pizza. In the fridge.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you do what you do. We're gonna figure out what you do.
He has to understand that I've been with y'all all fucking day. I've been with y'all all day. All fucking day. All day. Yes, I am tired. I can say that. But literally, tomorrow, you guys, we are going to be getting on here and actually trying to actually get these funds up, you guys, as far as... Good morning, Karma. We are going to actually try to get these funds up as far as, like, for the likes and stuff like that. What bowl? What bowl? The one in the small refrigerator? The tomato sauce for the pizza? The cheese? Yeah. Yes, I do. Can you heat it up?
Stuff like this has to be eaten.
I know. Can you heat it up? No, I ate some yesterday. I ate some yesterday. I ate a good amount yesterday. I ate a good amount yesterday.
You mean you don't that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you guys doing this early morning? Oh, damn. I don't know all you guys. How are you guys doing this early morning? Oh, damn. I don't know all you guys actually requested. It's a guest showdown. Top one select guys actually requested. It's a guest showdown. Top one select number set number of winners. Okay. Set number of winners. Okay. Actually doesn't sound bad. How are you guys doing? Actually doesn't sound bad. How are you guys doing? We did make cake a couple days ago. Really a day ago. Cake a couple days ago. Really a day ago. No. It's hot.
Come back.
Huh?
Come back. Give me a piece. Give me a piece. I can take it.
I'm looking for a cold piece, not a hot piece. Put that piece down.
Hey, don't bite me. Ain't nobody tell you to swallow bread that fucking paragraph, yo. I ain't choke, that's on you. That nigga cart that shit down like a goddamn. Excuse the fuck out of me. Baby girl, I was right again.
Guilt cake.
And I don't
selfish. I told her, baby girl, I can do it if you want.
Can't feel my fingers. It's like the last little remnant of it. You can't have that much sugar, mama. You can't have that much sugar. You cannot, mama. I know. You can't have that much sugar. Okay, I get it. Oh shit, I get it now. Okay. How you guys doing today? Hey, mama. Oh, give me 1 minute. You need to stop trying to bite people. Okay. 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 Okay, mama. Okay. Okay. It's okay, mama. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. It's okay. Yeah, she's I don't know, she's fidgety right now. Like I don't know. I don't feel like it's good to give dogs sugar. I feel like, I feel like dogs get hyper just like kids do when you give them sugar. I do. I feel like dogs legitly get hyper like kids do when you actually give them sugar. I feel like dogs get hyper like kids do when you give them sugar.
You know what?
I feel like dogs get hyper like kids do when you give them sugar. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Paris. Come on.
I know it.
Come on, Mama. Come on. Come on, girl.
It's okay. It's okay, mama. It's okay.
Come on.
I didn't want no more love, I felt this poison. Late at night I went sleep without her voice.
She said, where am I going to get money? Obviously, she did. That's what she came to work with. Because before I lived there, she was all over on me. Like, she literally made me put her stomach.
I think she gets that from Shadow. Hi guys.
That's what I said. I feel like dogs actually do get sugar rushes.
Hi kids. Daddy's tired.
You called me on today too. What are you calling on today?
When it's time for us to go to sleep. Please, we need to get up early enough. And it's already 6.
Yeah.
How long have we been on here? After she said it was 2 hours and about 30 minutes, it is now 3 hours and 48.
Oh, 48?
Yes, ma'am, and it's 3 hours and 48 minutes. So, after this 3 hour and 48 minute live, guys.
We are about to be school. We need to rest and we'll be seeing you guys in the AM. So like he always says, to pick your pockets. But the right way, not the wrong way. Hand hearts.
I didn't want no more love, I felt this poison. Late at night I won't sleep cause I hear voices. Well, I've been on this live for 3 hours and 48 minutes. It's about time for me to get some rest. Technically, we've been on this live for a lot longer than that. I had to end one live just to get onto this one. So, guys, I'm about to go ahead and take me some real needed TLC to the loving guy. Alright, we'll see y'all in about an hour or two. You genuinely so. Y'all already know me and my schedule. Yes, y'all have a good night / morning, and we'll be back. Good night. Or good morning, however y'all want to see us. Y'all know our schedules be off. We'll be up early though. We'll be up in time because we got to apparently call the kids. We got to do a lot of more shit.